really on camera.
Yeah, I saw that session.
Which one?
Which one? Yeah.
It's happened at least once a campaign.
Yeah, that's probably pretty
Once
accurate.
a campaign. Once a month.
Once, I was going to say, once a level.
Oh, are you guys still level 7?
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool.
That's right. You suck.
Yeah. It sucks.
All right, so I feel a hell of a lot better than our last session. So
I should hope so.
I'll be fully involved in this one. And I'm just going to do this for Canada the entire time.
Lucky me.
Wait. Let's get a duet going.
Yeah, but you're so much louder. You need like 2 hands to like work that thing when you start going at it.
Start grapefruiting my fucking.
Oh boy.
The context of that.
Yeah, you should YouTube Angel's bonus technique.
I'm good. I need to YouTube nothing.
Wait, you don't know what that is?
I probably do, and I don't need to recall it.
Mike has been to the dark corners of the internet. We've had many a conversation at work about it, but I don't think he's seen Angel's grapefruit technique.
I have not. You guys want to?
We can't start the session. Yeah, you can't start the session now. You have to watch that video.
Hold on, let me pull the link up.
All right. Yep. Now it's going to be reaction video time. Good thing the camera's rolling already. What a way to introduce Belmar.
I love it.
Dude, the sound.
Just instantly. Angel's bonus technique, the grapefruit. Oh my god, she made another video.
I think she has a bunch of them.
I don't know if any of them will top the grapefruit, though.
Oh my god, hold on. I've gone too far.
Now this is my bonus technique, the grapefruit. Normally you can only get this technique in one of my classes, but I want to share this with you because I believe every man should get grapefruited. When you grapefruit your man, it's going to feel as if you are giving him head and fucking him at the same time. Know that feeling.
Just bear through it. There's a moment. You'll know.
We will know. Oh no! That wasn't the video.
What? What did you do?
Wait, that wasn't the video?
Alright.
Video.
No, it is, but...
Oh, it's cut.
Yeah, it's cut. Hold on, I got part 2.
Oh. Part 2 is the important part. actually showing the grapefruit. There we go.
What you gonna do with that? Is it gonna
Oh
burn?
my god, she sounds like a
You
vacuum.
don't want any of that. So this is what you do. Say, baby, you know what? Tonight I want to do something a little freaky. And suck your dick.
Did they flash Snoop Dogg's face over her?
I think so. It looked like they had a couple edits.
Ew.
There it is.
Just the noise. I've never heard such a thing.
And now you're officially a D&D player.
My favorite part of all that was just watching as he's watching the video. Like, you gotta feel like you're giving him head and fucking him at the same time. You just see Mike.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can see how this is going. Okay.
Go on. Oh fuck! The things you find online.
Yeah, it's a scary place, the internet.
Yeah.
All right, last time, D&D and Alimar. The party ventured north, seeking back the orcs and their former companions, heading off in the direction of King Leo, the Wild King in Sathis. However, the party was quickly ambushed by a party of hellhounds, led and controlled by what seemed to be a tiefling mage. Defeating the mage and many of the hellhounds, the party recovered a number of items, including an odd rod. Unbeknownst to most of the party, however, Baracus had failed in his attempt to wield it and had become somehow connected. Badger had been wielding the rod since and was aware of this tenuous connection. The party, however, barely surviving their fight, was gravely wounded and left injured. Quentin barely regained consciousness after being dragged through the forest. And the party regrouped back around their original campfire, resting up but attempting to heal after this brutal assault. As the party rests within the campsite, a familiar figure steps out from the trees. It's Tyrannus, and he has a companion in tow. He smiles at the party with one hand on what looks to be a very injured dwarf. And he speaks in Druidic. Badger, have you learned Druidic yet? You have not.
I've been working on it.
You've been working
I've been
on
studying every night.
So do I have to type things to you, Lawrence?
it. If you want the party to not know about it, yes. You can type to me either through Gmail chat, GChat. Would be the best way.
Can't remember how to do that.
So when you pull up Gmail, if you go into on the left there should be a little chat. You can type my email in, and I should pop up. You should be able to chat with me. Or just give me a second, and I will bring up the chat window myself.
Okay.
What is your Gmail?
Pancake Hazard. You want me to spell it out? Yeah,
Pancake
I'll type it
Hazard.
out.
At gmail.com?
Hazard.
Yeah, but it's
Hazard. Okay, go ahead and type that out just to make sure. Pancake. Oh, I had one Z missing. There we go.
All right. You said it came out near death. What's my HP at? And should I do I have all of my spell slots available, or should I expend some of those?
The party's resting, so don't worry about the spell slots.
One
You'll
second.
get your spells before we do anything. This is more to bring you in. Let's say you're at 10 HP, though.
Okay.
Not far off from where I am. Resting is good.
All right, so as he starts talking, I am going to cast Comprehend Languages.
All right, you get the message from me, Mike?
I did.
All right, so yeah, just use that window if you want to share anything with me directly. And if there's anything that happens to you that nobody else is aware of, that's where I'll send it as well.
Okay. So I'm brought through
And I'll
the tree by
generally just tell the
Tyrannus.
party, hey, everybody, check your chat messages without disclosing necessarily who's getting a message, because nobody's necessarily aware of anything else.
Okay. So Tyrannus brought me through the tree, and I'm conscious. Can I get a brief description of the party attire, races?
Everybody feel free to introduce yourself. Describe yourself for the man, at least. The dwarf.
I am a grizzled old dwarf, clad in chainmail, with a shield and a sword strapped to him, and I also have a set of lenses on my eyes that I can flip up or down.
Like glasses, or are they like on your eyes?
It's like glasses, more like
Think like steampunk goggle type thing.
yeah, like
Flip up
tinkers.
lenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baracus is a tiefling sorcerer. He's in a purple cloak. He is horned, and he greets you with a creepy smile.
Jeremiah Schneppen, aka Badger. I stand at 3.5 feet, bright green eyes, and grayish green hair. And I'm pretty wild looking.
Ryan, you should look at the chat window.
Oh, that's right.
And Quentin, cleric of Ilmater. I have, holy symbols all over me, and heavily armored, shield, long sword, and I'm a tall half elf. Actually, short half elf. I'm only 4'9".
What kind of armor did you say you were wearing?
Probably.
What was the question, Mike?
What was the armor you said you were wearing?
Me, the dwarf.
I'm wearing.
Or him.
Quentin.
That you
I am
did.
wearing half. I think I'm wearing half plate, full plate.
You don't know what you're wearing, dude?
No.
Killing me.
Should be full plate from Link's house.
Yeah, I think it's full plate. Doo-doo-doo.
All right.
Full plate.
So brought through the tree. I'm with Tyrannus, looking at the party.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
Tyrannus, you can understand all of this, Mike, since you speak Druidic already.
Okay.
Tyrannus turns towards. Hold on, let me speak great. And some of the party can't speak it. We're going to create a new group for everybody that does. One second. All right. So most of you hear what sounds like wind whispering through the trees. However, those of you that speak Druidic hear Tyrannus speak as he comes through and understand.
You did catch that. I cast that spell earlier.
Yep, you're in the group I just sent out.
There we are.
I had to type it out. You got to give me a second.
No, I thought you said you had sent it.
I didn't think that counted for Druidic.
It is in 5th edition.
He can't speak it, but he can understand it.
Pretty sure it works for all languages in 5th, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It says except for secret. messages.
And this is why Dave gets me pissed off. Like, we haven't been playing for 5 minutes. You've already done this to me twice now, Dave. We've established previously that it works on Druidic, so fuck yourself.
Okay.
Druidic is not a secret message.
Anyway. Janice, what are you doing here? And Badger, he wants to know how your training's going.
I give a broad smile. I've been studying nightly. Clearly, I haven't been studying hard enough.
You're in the window, Ryan. You should be able to see this too.
I don't see it.
I only see 3 people on my end.
Yeah.
Including you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. No, I see it now.
Oh,
I say there's 4 total in that chat, so
No.
some random Ryan Todd's getting messages apparently. You're not. And it's gonna be really weird.
Who the fuck is this Dranis character?
Greetings, Badger. How goes your training? What the fuck is going on? He mutters a bit. Continues speaking as the wind whispers through the trees.
After he speaks, I'll just turn my head to Baracus. Ah, you know these fellas?
a little worse for wear, isn't he? What happened?
Oh.
Wait, so is Duran still here?
Yeah, he's speaking. That chat window is him speaking to everybody.
Okay.
Just only the 3 of you can understand him.
I just didn't know if he said that and then just immediately ran off.
Nope. I'll tell you.
Okay.
So everybody can know what he does physically.
All right. So I guess at this point, I'm going to kind of scan the party, very surprised, look at Duranis, and I'll start speaking Druidic to him.
Okay. Feel free to type that in the chat then.
I'm going to mill about the camp, tend to the fire, and rest, just do general upkeep while I'm using aloud. Forest people, good people, but damned if I can make sense of their language.
I thought you didn't like Oh no, you don't like elves. That's what it was.
I'm gonna pray to Ilmater.
Does Ilmater still listen?
Always listening.
The party can see that the newcomer and Doranis appear to be having a semi-argument back and forth.
What time of day is it?
It's night.
It's night. Okay.
Still night, yep.
I'm kind of assuming Badger was already mid-cooking something at this point.
You know, you guys were setting up camp and you were ambushed.
Oh, by the... Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, with Duranis's reply, I kind of lower my head solemnly and I sigh and kind of nod, accepting what he said. I kind of turn to the rest of the party and I'll speak to Duranis again.
I bristle, if I understand that, I bristle at the comment. So I'm assuming that comes out fairly butchered as I'm trying in Druidic.
Yeah.
I trade your sister for 2 pairs of pants. Right, I'm gonna forage.
Nice.
Lawrence, I'm gonna forage and gather firewood and shit.
All right. Doranus nods after making his last statement and turns back to walk towards the tree he walked out of.
All right. I'm seeing him leaving. I'm gonna say,
He makes no further motion or statement as he walks into the tree and disappears, leaving the party with a new companion.
Bye,
right.
fella. Hello, other fella.
all right. At this point, I guess I'm gonna turn to the party and kind of choke out a couple of syllables. Um, I apologize. It's been a long time since I've spoken common. Well, what do you call yourselves?
Finally, something I can understand. Good to meet you, fella. My name's Trevok.
Well met, Dravok. What are you guys doing here?
Resting after a right bout with a couple hellbeasts.
Belmar, give me a perception check.
Oh, Belmar.
I will try to refer to you solely by your character name overplay. Slip out of time, but that is cool.
It is a 10.
Congratulations, you made your first D&D roll.
Huzzah!
We don't have like achievements to flash up on the screen. I'm not that good. I'll try.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, add some infographics, man. Come on, get on that. You see what looks to be small piles of ash dotting around the nearby forest. You see what looks to be a cloak-covered corpse not too far away.
All right, does the forest look to be burned or damaged in any way?
There's some singeing. There is definitely some burning and singeing going on.
All right, I'm going to kind of look around at this, kind of shocked, and say, "What's been going on here? What have you done?"
Hellhounds?
I'll kind of nod my hand, confused but kind of understandingly, because I don't know what hellhounds are. You're like, "Are there any left?"
Hopefully not.
Well, I've learned who Trevok is. Who are the rest of these blokes?
I stand up, walk over, and awkwardly shake your hand. Baracus, nice to meet you.
I kind of give you I raise my eyebrow a little bit and go, "I," and I look on to the next. So, yeah.
I'm Quentin. If you're ever in need, I, with Ilmater's grace, will be there to help you.
You're the tiefling?
Nope, that's
I'm
Baracus.
half-
The team.
No, Brackus is the tiefling.
Oh, okay.
And what is your name?
I am Belmar. It's pleased to meet you.
As well.
All right, and at this point, I'll walk up to Badger and I'll extend my hand. Duranus tells me that you're learning the arts of the druid. Tells me you could use a little assistance. Is this true?
I look you up and down suspiciously based on the fact that you seem to question an arc druid. He did indeed say as much.
All right. Well, as I've said, I am Belmar, and I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm looking forward to seeing what you lads can do.
I give a nod and eventually take your hand. The name is Jeremiah Shepard, but they call me Badger.
Why is that?
He's got a good snarl to him.
Nobody else has asked me this. I actually have to. I know my backstory, but I gotta actually pull it up.
It's a weird strip club, man.
French, you know how it is.
You say so.
So that's who the other individual was then. This Tyrannus.
Oh yeah, Tradelock hasn't met him now.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
Ost is very dead, so
Yeah.
a sacrifice to the demons.
Had an opportunity.
I played my character how I wanted to. Damn it.
You and Dave don't like accepting demonic promises.
Strange. Nobody's ever asked me why they call me Badger. When I grew up in a secluded forest gnome sanctuary, hidden by the Fae, and as a young gnome, I took fondly to woodland creatures, and I always enjoyed the company of them. And actually, at one point in time, for probably well over a week, I disappeared from my home and actually took residence in a badger den. Stayed with a badger family for a little over a week before I ventured from my home, and the nickname always stuck.
Interesting. I've never heard a story quite like it. You say the Fae hid you?
It was a Fey hidden forest gnome community, very very deep in the woods, hidden from the common people, only truly known by my tribe.
Ah, no wonder you hear the druids calling. Well met.
So, Belmar, are you here just to teach young Badger in the way of the druid, or are you actually here to help the group?
I know not. I'm kind of displaced at the moment. I've just lost my home, the forest I've sworn to protect. I'm not really sure what my next move is going to be.
Dave, how old is your character?
I don't know.
I don't know. Good answer. Good fucking answer.
Hold on, I need to look.
That's the answer you give, not I don't know.
Starts rolling dice.
Ruining my
74.
immersion.
If you don't mind my asking, was it the undead?
That's to you, Belmar.
Oh, me. Yes, it was the undead. They've been showing up for the past year or so, growing stronger and stronger by the day. I knew it was only a matter of time before I would be defeated without the assistance of my mentor. Duranus showed up at the last moment, saved my life. I would surely be gone without him.
To Badger and Baracus. And Quentin. Seems you all knew Dranus too. Met before? Well, clearly met before. How'd you meet?
Ooh, I actually don't remember how we encountered this guy. Didn't he just walk up on us?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were going to the Temple of Vecnar.
He was just like standing there on a path.
Dave, how's that?
I
You
lo-
rolling your age right now coming?
I love that Mike has joined this. He's like, oh yeah, no, this is totally how it happened. I listened to this session like a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I
It's written up on
This
history.
is awesome.
Druid kind of walked up on us. Had us help him out with some undead. I think we. What did we do again? Didn't we take down like a giant or something? Two big things at the bottom of that hill.
Really?
It's been a while. It's been a
It was-
while.
You were tracking down the girl for the mayor.
Mhm.
Yeah, but what was at the bottom of that hill?
It was
The
two
crypt.
giants with ooze on their backs. that
I knew there
crawled
were
inside them.
giants.
That was
Thank
when we got the necklace from the tomb and Dave ran away from the party. Put it back in the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then got ambushed.
And then got ambushed. Yep.
All factual.
All right, so I guess at this point I'm going to ask: does anybody have a map? Does anybody know where we are?
Oh, they know where they're.
We're only a couple of hours outside of town.
What town would that be?
Iron Step.
Iron Step.
Hey.
Iron Step, which at this point was what, 3 hours south?
Roughly.
But none of you have a physical map I could look at to tell me where I am.
Shouldn't you know?
I kind of furrow my brow. A druid in the woods, and you need a map?
I was just in my forest, some distance away from here. A druid appeared out of a tree, Duranus, and pulled me through it. I know not where he took me.
Then the answer is no. We don't have a physical map. Even though we're just north of Iron Steps. Deep in Orc territory, we were debating on whether or not we were going to seek out a king who had promised land to orcs.
Land to orcs? What kind of king is this?
Calls himself Leo. What was it? Leo the Short King? Leo the Mage King?
Leo Shortcloak.
I know Shortcloak was his name, but I also know he was Leo the Giant Slayer. I don't remember what the last title that Lawrence had given him was. I want to say it was like Mage King or something like that. But anyway, King who calls himself Leo. I don't know what claim he has to the land, but he's thrown his hat into the ring, so.
Well, it does sound like an urgent matter, but if you don't mind, I would like, I'd need a moment or two to think. I've just lost a great deal, and I'm not quite sure what I should do moving forward.
By all means, join us in camp. We're aiming to rest for the night anyway.
I'd be glad to.
How late into the evening is it?
It's like 7-ish.
Right, so dusk is almost starting to settle.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what I'm gonna do.
Do I?
Roll on that cooking skill. Badger is.
How many survivals do you want?
Give me 2.
2?
Badger is the party forager, hunter, and cook.
27 and the 21.
All right. You managed to get yourself a couple of rabbits.
I'm going to collect firewood for the night.
Yes. Managed to skin them properly.
And rolling my cooking. $18.
All right, we managed to find some natural herbs and spice up the rabbits, and we start to cook them on spits. Go over quite well.
How many rabbits in total?
3.
All right, I quarter them and basically leave them on I quarter them and lay them out on stone. And I grab some meat, sit down, and give a nod to Belmar. Help yourself.
I give a kind of a cautious nod back and kind of sniff the food a little bit beforehand. And give it an eye, make sure there's not anything funny going on with it.
The most critical person of Badger's cooking.
The entire time he's doing this, I'm just grilling him.
I look up and notice that he's watching me, and I thank him and put the food down and head to my pack for a ration.
Wow.
Love it.
I cast Mage Hand, pick up the bowl, and gratefully start eating.
I'm gonna cast. I guess I should heal everyone so we don't get ambushed. So I'm just gonna cast Prayer of Healing and ask Ilmater to rejuvenate us in our time so we don't get ambushed.
I'm going to grab a quarter of the rabbit and motioning towards Belmar. You don't know what you're missing. Badger's a damn fine cook.
Sure
Dig
he
in
is.
heartily.
I give a smile to the compliment, stand up, walk over to the meat that I had offered to Belmar, pick up the portions, snap him another dirty look, and then walk over to my bull mastiff and begin feeding him, speaking to him in Gnome.
So everyone gets 14 health back.
Hooray! Maybe not going to die in one hit.
I can heal more if needed. Just say the word.
How much? 14?
Yeah. They were shitty rolls.
I'm good. With my rest, I'll be good.
I mean, with the rest, I'll be fine, but I am down 18. If you want to burn more spells before resting or what?
I don't care. I have plenty.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bad thing to tell me.
More hellhounds come out of the works. Fuck, there goes the rest of the night. We're all dying.
To be fair, Dave was unconscious the entire fight, so.
Yeah. Right.
Getting dragged off as Badger and Barak has tried valiantly to save him, and I was unconscious in the middle of it.
All right, so as I finish eating, I kind of look around, see if there are any oak trees nearby.
Perception check. What are you looking for an oak tree for?
For prayer and meditation.
All right. Fair enough.
It is a 24 or 23.
Fortunately, this area seems to be primarily pine trees.
All right, I'll kind of lower my head and sigh and walk over to the closest pine tree, excusing myself from the group, place my back against it, facing towards the group, and I'll kind of meditate for a little bit.
I love it. I love the wariness.
I'm gonna gather firewood for the night.
All right, give me a survival check.
17.
All right, you managed to find what you believe will be enough firewood for them to get you through tonight.
All right, now we'll lay it in a neat little pile and do what Trevok usually does. Post up against the tree and...
I'm going to go to Badger. Thank you for the food. Your teacher doesn't seem very friendly or trusting for that matter.
He was sent by Dranus to guide, not to guide me in my lessons. I don't look to him as a teacher.
What
When you're
kind of
dropped
reason I
into a
brought this?
when you're brought by an arch druid and told to trust the party because they are good people, to be that suspicious just seems unusual.
Maybe he's vegetarian.
That was also my first thought.
I'll snap a look.
Wait,
Then a polite "I'm all set. I don't eat meat" would have sufficed.
He did say that he's been out of general population for a while.
I know what that's like.
Certainly ate the meat that was in the ration.
do I hear everybody talking about me?
Perception check.
24.
Oh yeah, you definitely hear it all right and clear.
All right, still in my still sitting by the tree, kind of meditating. I'll gotta say, if you lads have any questions, I'm right over here. Don't have to talk about me as if I'm not here.
Duly noted. He's really weird.
Mhm.
I'm going to start reading the burnt book.
Ooh, finally looking at the stuff I've been giving you.
I've been attuning to things. This is at the bottom of my list for whatever reason.
I'm just looking at the list of stuff that's been piling up.
If I'm correct, the only pack animal that's still alive is the bull mastiff. Correct?
Yes.
Correct. Every other animal was killed.
Whoa.
Stupid fucking hellhounds just murdering our horses.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing you saw there. I forgot, Belmar. You saw a pile of dead horses.
Oh.
My bad. Minor detail.
Two
Did-
in one
is that
area
one right?
and one horse dead to the side.
Yeah, was clearly
Was that
burned.
what we ate or
Badly,
something?
badly
Oh,
burned.
rabbit. My bad.
Yeah, you ate rabbit, not horse.
No,
Well, I
he
didn't eat
even
rabbit.
he didn't even eat
You
rabbit.
didn't eat it. Yeah, true.
Rabbit was too good for him.
I'm going to tend to my mount before I hunger down. Animal handling is a 21.
What are you doing, sir?
Tending to the mount, brushing
Okay.
him down,
All right.
patching
Okay.
any wounds.
Yeah, your care of the hound allows you to recognize a number of the burns and bite marks that the beast sustained.
Do I see him doing this?
Yep.
I'm gonna use the remnants of the wheat as like kindling if it's needed, since I don't have a horse to feed anymore.
All right.
I'm gonna go full fucking ranger druid on this. I'm gonna do a knowledge. You want nature or survival? Basically, what I'm looking for is healing herbs, so I can possibly make like a salve or something.
No, it's nature.
All right. 21.
All right, you managed to find a number of herbs you believe you can grind into a paste that'll help.
I'll begin using some of my cooking tools to do that.
All right.
And then once it's done, I'm going to apply it to the animal.
Chris, which book was this?
My note is burnt book, need time to decipher. I got it at the same time as the staff of withering and the detection amulet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Badger, you need some ice?
No, what I found will suffice. Thank you, though.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
Bathroom beer back.
Has it been an hour yet?
Let me see what everybody else is doing first.
Okay.
Once I've collected the firewood and made sure that everything's all set for camp, I'm just gonna sit there playing with my deck of cards, I will say aloud. I'll take whatever watch you guys want. No matter to me.
This is a deck of cards you bought separately, or the deck of
This
cards?
is not the deck of cards that we just got off the
Okay.
body. This is a separate deck of cards I have.
All right, just check. I need to know that.
No, that deck of cards is in Badger's possession.
Yeah. All right. And Quentin?
What's the question?
What are you doing?
What's happening?
Seriously, Dave?
Seriously. I said I had to be right back. I had to get a drink.
You're at camp. We just had this conversation. What are you doing after you had the conversation?
Oh. I'm gonna clean up and take second watch. Go to bed.
Okay. Thank you.
Feel like tonight is just gonna be a just various waves of realization as Mike can suddenly put things in place that he's been watching and listening to. Like, oh, this is why they yell at Dave so much.
Have you just been listening to it and not watching it at all?
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah, Dave. Dave is unique.
Unique
He's one of
only
my
in that
favorite
West.
characters to watch.
Dave is unique in that West is no longer here.
All right, an hour's passed. Do you want to do something different there? Belmar?
Well, once the hours passed, I was going to use I was going to regain some HP, but I was also going to start standing up, kind of looking around. You said it's nighttime?
Yeah. So
But
by the time you're done with your hour, it's about 8 o'clock.
Okay. I'm going to kind of look at the stars and see if I can kind of ascertain where I am compared to where I used to be.
Sure. Knowledge nature check.
10.
It's hard to really gauge distance. You're pretty sure you're further north than where you were.
But I have no idea how far.
Now
You
it's
just
10.
said that. Yeah.
Now with a 10.
All right. Frustrated, I'll kind of go and sit back down at my tree and patiently watch the party, see what they do.
All right. You can clearly see Badger working on a salve for his hound mount. You see Dravok playing with a deck of cards. Quentin buckles down to go to sleep. And Baracus seems to be peering intently at a book.
Okay.
You can say that, Adam, if you want.
Oh, it's just a lyric from a song.
Oh.
I just thought it was semi-fitting.
Well, I thought it was too. That's why I thought it was a trade box statement. But
All right. Well, I guess with that, I'm going to kind of check my gear, my bag, see if it's what kind of conditions it's in after the battle I was just in.
all right. Going through your gear, everything seems to be intact for the most part. Everything's a little bit more worse for wear, and it's got a little rag to it, but everything's going to hold it.
Everything that's worse for wear, I'm going to start using mending on.
Oh, perfect. Much of that. Nice use of cantrip.
I'm gonna notice this, or I would like to attempt to notice this.
Yeah, you've got the eyes of the eagle. You can notice anything you want to look at.
All right, so I'm going to notice this. I didn't want to just specify that I was going to see.
No. I mean, I still want you to roll, but it's absurd. It's almost impossible for you not to.
Yeah,
Rope ladder 1.
I said almost. I thought it was impossible for Steve's character to die that time, and he died.
I did get it like a 25 perception, so noticing that, I'll just say as I continue with my deck of cards, missing anything?
I don't believe so.
That's good, because I wouldn't want to venture back to Iron Step for supplies.
Iron Step. I've never heard of this place. What is it?
It's the town to the south that we're heading out of.
I get a perception check.
From?
Everybody awake. You did. All right.
Dave.
No, Dave's asleep.
Oh,
Dave told me he went to sleep, so his character doesn't
Right
get a
on.
roll. He's on passive perception.
right on.
You're all a bit surprised as, stepping into the firelight, you see a robed figure of a paler complexion walk in. You'll have something of my master's.
Sense Insight.
Sure.
Wait, what did he just say?
He's making an insight check.
No, the guy that appeared.
You have
You
something,
have
of, my
something of
masters.
my master's.
Insight's going to be a 16.
Well, based off of some recent encounters, you believe he's related to the Lords of Iron Step. And perhaps the only thing that you can connect to that would be your most recent encounter with Balador and what he left you.
I kick Quentin awake. Quentin, wake up.
Quentin, you're welcome.
Oh,
You are now woke.
You're not
Congratulations.
company. Get up.
I will calmly stow my deck of cards. I know not who your masters are, so if you could enlighten me with a little more detail.
The figure glares imperiously around the campsite. Give me back the key.
What do you say? Give me back what?
the key.
The key.
Oh, the what?
The key.
The key.
Who has the key anyway? I'm assuming Quentin at this point.
It's one of you two.
Dave writes down all the items. That's why I'm assuming it's him.
No, I actually don't think I wrote that one down specifically for who's holding it.
Fine, fuck it. I'm holding it. If it's not you, it's me. You know that's how it rolls.
The immersion. The immersion.
All right, I kind of see all this and nonchalantly and calmly bring my quarterstaff into my hand as I remain seated.
Okay. The figure's head cocks a little bit at your slight movement. I'm not here to fight. Give me the key.
Anything we have is not yours.
It was stolen from my master and brought to you by a thief.
Well, then I'm afraid you've got the wrong people. We don't deal in stolen property.
He glares at you and flashes a set of fangs. I know you have it. Your former companion gave it to you.
I love that I heard your knuckles crack. I felt like that was a good precursor to Badger about to do some shit.
Badger puts the salve down and stands slowly.
Well, where is it?
Again, I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. I know not of no key.
Your blood will be hounded across this country if you do not give it to me. If you give it to me, you will be allowed to live peacefully.
What was the first part of the statement? You kind of chopped up a little bit.
If you do not give me the key, your blood will be hounded across this country.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
You will be literally hunted like prey.
Like the hellhounds you sent.
Bah, the uninitiated. The hounds are but pets. The tiefling was a servant. They are not true hunters. You know all the truth behind me and my masters. You really wish us to hunt you?
Well, I believe the party knows where I stand on these things, so
Yep.
The price of your lives for a single key that does not belong to yours and you have no use.
But keeping out of your hands, if
It
we
is
have it.
already our key. It is not yours.
But keeping out of your hands something that you want seems like
If it's your
something
key, would
that
you
I
mind
want.
showing it to us? You keep speaking of this key. That's yours.
If you choose to be smartasses, that can be rearranged.
You can rearrange my ass.
If this is how you choose to be, very well. As I said, I am not here to fight. Good evening, pray. Enjoy your lives where you have them.
Nice to meet you.
The figure turns with a flurl of his cloak and walks back into the night.
I'm gonna exhale deeply. Holy crap.
vampires, I hiss and spit on the ground.
Ah, damn, I was just about to do the same thing. That would just be copying. Shit.
Well, at the mention of vampires, I raise my eyebrow and kind of watch the party intently, see what they're going to say.
It's been a while. I'm going to enjoy this. Unnatural, godforsaken creatures. All these undead. Hunt us, please.
We're already hunted enough. What's one more night?
I enjoy striking down every single one of these foul beings and all the little minions they send our way. And at that, I knock a arrow to my bow and test it, just giving a pull back, sighting it, and then releasing slowly and putting the arrow away. Soon enough.
Lawrence, can I have like a wisdom save or something to see if we were anywhere close to his power level? Or
Slash con.
challenge rating?
You could have made an insight check when you were there. You can make one now, sure.
12.
You feel like you might not have survived that encounter.
Yeah. I think we were lucky that he wasn't looking for a fight. Sad to say.
Put the arrow back into the quiver, shoulder the bow, and I go over to administer the salve to the Bullmastiff. Begin
Hound
speaking
whimpers
quietly.
briefly.
I begin speaking quietly to it in Gnomish.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and inspect our perimeter, moving it around as far back as the spell will go.
All right. With a quick mutter, a series of dancing globes of light spring up and move at your will around the perimeter of the campsite, illuminating the piles of ash, the corpse, and the horse bodies.
I'm gonna follow the lights as they go around.
I just slowly spin it 360.
Sorry, just with my sight, just doing a perception since I got my eyes.
Gotcha. Perception. The globes illuminate a wide circle around the camp.
24.
You see
17.
no sign of anything, either of you.
Looks safe for now.
The forest seems rather quiet.
With the fact that we no longer have any more pack animals, once I administer the salve, I'm going to bring the Bull Mastiff into camp.
Lawrence, I'm going to fill all of my empty healing potions with water and then ask everyone else to do the same and say, if you have any water that you would like me to bless now.
Are you pouring this in your water skin?
Yeah, from the water skin to the empty healing potions.
Okay.
Say, if anyone wants to do the same, I'm going to make some holy water.
I got 2. Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I've got 4 empty vials. I'm gonna take a hearty swig from my water skin and then offer it to Dave along with the rest of the empty. I've got 4 empty vials.
Okay, I also have 4, so that's 10 total.
Can you drink holy water? Same as water?
Water, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you're evil or
Yeah,
undead.
even on my head.
How close am I to Quentin?
You're within 20 feet.
All right. I'll get up, walk over to Quentin without a word. I'll kind of put my water skin on the ground by him, walk back over to my tree facing the party, and sit back down.
You did technically throw it out there for everybody.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm going to, with my water skin, fill all of the vials and channel divinity.
All right. Spend the use. You channel what appears to be glowing bright white light into the water sources nearby. They seem to give off an ethereal glow for a few moments after you release the channel. The water is now blessed.
How? Actually,
So we have 4 vials of holy water plus all of our water skins.
I think you had 10 vials of holy water.
I think
Yeah,
Well,
ten-
I'm taking my 4.
Yeah, you had 4. Quentin had 4. I had 2.
To fill your vial, the 4 vials takes up half of your water skin, though. Is pouring up half your water skin. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
That's what I was going to ask.
How much water you have
How
left
much
to
water
drink?
you have left?
Doesn't matter much.
Answer the damn question.
I have half my water skin left.
Badger, is there perhaps a stream nearby, source of water?
We can look in the morning after the encounter we just had. I don't feel like venturing out.
Ah, fair point. Alright, rest it is then. I think we could all use it. Anybody want first? Or shall I take it?
I give a nod. I'll take first. I have some reading.
I'll nod in your direction and say, alright.
I kind of stand up and say, I'll take first as well.
Cock an eyebrow and then give a nod to the water skin that he put on the ground.
Kind of a hesitant turn towards you.
I'll walk over to Quentin, pick it back up, nod, and kind of walk back over to my spot.
Elmurder is always willing to help.
With that, I kind of grunt and keep going.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my wooden bark scroll and begin studying.
Travox going to bed.
All right, whoever's on watch.
While I'm on watch, assuming we're doing shifts, I'm gonna, as long as we're not attacked, I should get a long rest or full.
Correct. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
All right.
I
So
need
I'm
a
gonna use.
Perception check for first watch, though.
Well, you said you need a perception check.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 12.
Badger, are you on watch as well? Or are you just reading?
I'm reading.
Okay.
Did you read
If we're,
chat? Just
if
Yeah.
we're going on watch, I'm going to turn into a giant spider, use my wild shape,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to kind of
Didn't see that one coming.
bring a web around the base, kind of, I don't know, in 10-foot increments in a layer around the whole base if I have time to do that.
I love it. Badger, as you're reading, you spot Belmar suddenly mold his body into the form of a giant spider and proceeds circling the encampment with a spider web. I'm just going to seek the study of my scroll.
In Gnomish, I say aloud, if it wasn't for Tyrannus, and I shake my head and I go back to reading my scroll, keeping an eye on him as I'm reading.
Literally a giant spider just walking around camp.
Oh, I mean, like, I trust Tyrannus, so it's kind of like, okay. You do you, man. Like, a dude who told me, welcome to the Druid Club, just brought this guy here and is like, hey, stay here. So it's not like I don't trust him. He's just weird.
I don't know what his plan is, but he must have a good one.
Well, Tyrannus has given you some pretty odd tests already, so.
Well, when
What was that?
I finished around, I kind of sit and watch. Well, when I finished that, I climb up into a nearby tree, about as close to the party as I can, and keep watch.
Okay. All right, you see no sign of movement for the couple hours of your
I'm
watch.
only doing this for 3 hours, and before the wild shape wears off, I'm going to climb back down.
Okay. Your watch passes relatively uneventfully. You managed to string up a series of thin webs at ground level around the camp in that time frame as well. Your watch ends with no issue. Your wild shape expires as you transform back into a dwarf. Badger, you successfully read the book and you feel like you made some real progress tonight.
Nice. I then go and wake Quentin.
What the hell happened?
Don't be alarmed. Shifted into a giant spider and made a what I would assume is a security nest around us.
A secure web, one might say.
What if someone just sets it on fire? That's what we would do.
It's 100% what we would do.
Do I hear
you're surrounded by something flammable?
I correct him. That's more what Baracus would do.
Fair enough. All right, I guess I'll go with it. Maybe the dew will adhere to it and make it fireproof. I don't know.
I don't know why you're worried about fire. Just letting you know there's a web built around the camp.
All right, I'll keep an eye out on the web.
You speak Elven, correct, Dave?
Yeah.
In Elven, I say, just keep an eye on him.
Oh, I can't speak that.
That's right.
And say, all right, but Tyrannus said he was good.
This is still all in Elven. Oh no, I trust Tyrannus. He just is. I find it odd that an Archdruid brings a dwarf barely alive to a hardy group of adventurers, and yet he doesn't trust any of us, even at an Archdruid's bidding.
I feel like we're gonna have to trust him though if we're gonna face these vampires.
I don't know. I I trust him simply because of Demanis, but perhaps he's been in the wild too long. He's strange. Social misgivings and whatnot. I mean, I thought I was a little bit odd, but a little too much seclusion, I guess.
Very well. I'll do as you ask.
Can I hear them speaking in languages I can't understand?
Perception check.
23.
Yep.
All right. Well, at the notice of this, I kind of cross my arms and watch them intently, not liking that I can't understand what they're saying.
Oh,
Shoes on the other foot now.
I'm gonna move to my bedroll and kind of beckon the bull mastiff over. Give Quentin a nod. A good watch to you. And then can you type your name out, Mike?
Yeah.
It's just Belmar, Belmar.
Lawrence, I'm sad that you think we're weird.
Why? It's a compliment.
Because God is my witness. Oh, there it is. Yeah. And then an honest smile and a nod to Belmar. Sleep well. Hopefully we earn your trust eventually.
I kind of give a nod at this, unload my bedroll, and lay down, kind of put it with one end as close to as many trees as possible and watching the party, but I kind of give him another nod before I go to sleep.
To have been awake and sarcastic. Sleep well. Hope we don't kill you.
Oh, that's something Baracus would definitely say.
And the entire time, just a big smile on his face, like.
All right. Well, now I guess I'm going to patrol between Belmar and the rest of the party.
You know what to do.
I got a 10.
All right. You can't really see much. The webbing seems to obscure a lot of what you think you'd be seeing otherwise. You keep hearing what sounds like a skittering of some small creatures somewhere around, but you can't seem to catch sight of them.
Wait. Are there like thick walls of webbing around us right now?
Not thick walls, like it's relatively light wall of webbing. Like you can see it visibly. It's just his roll.
I'm curious as to how this will go for the morning foraging. If there's just gonna be like rabbits stuck to this shit. Badger just be like, oh.
Why, thank you. Yeah, and then I'm gonna feed the fire.
All right. Good move. All right. You're watching outside of your inability to catch sight of whatever it is moving around. You see or hear nothing else, and nothing threatens the party. That's the end of your watch, assuming you are ending a watch.
Okay, I'm gonna go wake up Trevok.
Good.
Who is gonna do the same thing that Quentin did?
Well, it's a matter of if Quentin does anything. Ben just ignores it, like, all right, night.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming I would notice this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The fuck did I miss?
Belmar put up some defenses. I put up quotation marks. He
I don't know, Ryan, who is it?
I'm talking to the dog. Who's that?
I know.
So hopefully it helps give us warning. I'm not quite sure whether or not I like it or not. It seemed to distract me in my watch around, but
It's certainly a tactic. I can't even say I'm mad. Kind of like it.
All right, I'll be right back. Quick bio.
Yep.
all right, I'm gonna go to bed.
So I'll talk shit about him now. He's gone.
I was going to do that, and then I went, "Oh, we're still being recorded." So if he keeps doing his habit of listening to us, he'll hear it eventually.
That motherfucker!
I bring him into this D&D group, and he does this.
Seriously though, that's so good. This is the start of a Hell in a Cell. We surround trees. We can become this campaign's WWE. Fuck
You
what
just say,
else is
"Fuck,
going
fuck
on.
the missions. We're just going to start a war fight here and have people
That's
come
right.
and bet."
All we do is capture undead and put them in the ring.
Boom! All of a sudden, it's a new city formed around you, and you're the lords.
Baracus becomes this campaign's Vince McMahon.
You know I wouldn't stop you from doing that.
I know you wouldn't. This would become one of those Reddit posts of legend.
It's like, yeah, they were on a mission to destroy a cursed sword, which got stolen by the vampires, and then they started dealing with orcs to try to get to the vampires, and all of a sudden they decided, fuck it, we're going to build a campaign around a gladiator pit that we created using webbing from our druid.
That would put this campaign on like a 0.5 Old Man Henderson.
Pretty perfect. Vincent McMahon has a creepy smile. I just imagine Baracus doing that strut.
All right.
Belmar gets to be drunk, then he shaves your head.
Perception's 24.
All right. Not long into your watch, you catch what it looks to be a humanoid shape standing in the deeper into the forest. The shadows and night seem to obscure much of the detail, but you can tell that this humanoid-looking figure is staring directly at the campsite.
How far away?
Thanks to your eagle eyes, you can see him. He's about 150 plus feet away.
I'm gonna keep.
Without your eagle eye vision, you know you wouldn't be able to see him through the darkness.
The darkness.
I'm gonna.
Guys want some Mountain Dew?
I'm gonna be wary of him the entire time, but if he doesn't approach, I'm not gonna do anything.
The figure appears to stand as still as a statue, as though towards the end of your watch, he disappears into the forest.
All right. I will then wake Brackus.
Morning.
Morning. There's webs around that apparently Belmar put up as a defense, and there was a figure off in, and I'll point in the direction, about 150 feet out. I don't know if you'd be able to spot him. If I didn't have these, I doubt I'd be able to see him. He faded off into the forest about the end of watch. He didn't do anything, just kind of watched.
With my index finger, I poke at the web. Sticky.
It is.
I'm gonna wipe my finger against my robe. That was inside Belmar.
Wow.
It's just kind of like, I'm going to bed.
Re-upping dancing lights every minute. I'm going to give you a perception looking around.
All right.
For a 15.
All right. Normally, a cantrip doesn't affect you, but due to the repetitive casting over a period of a couple hours, you know that a headache starts to form.
I didn't realize that was a thing, but okay.
It's a Lawrence thing.
All right.
You don't notice anything unusual on your watch. You do not catch sight of whatever stranger Krabok had mentioned to you. How sharp is that pencil?
Not very at all.
I was going to say, you've been sharpening it for a while, though.
It still doesn't even have the lead out yet. It sucks.
You gotta get the lead out.
God
Thank you, Dave.
damn it, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Somebody had to make the joke. It might as well be Dave. Otherwise, it probably would have been me, let's be honest.
True.
All right, as day starts to break, I'm going to start cutting down the web while I wait for everyone else to wake up.
All right. You note that by this point, the web itself appears to be rather brittle. Seems to have dried up.
Once it's
All right.
down, I'm going to start collecting firewood, I guess, or twigs and shit.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Is anything stuck to the webs?
No, a number of bugs, some leaves, nothing major.
I was gonna say that was gonna be my next move. Found anything stuck, I wanted to cut it free, but
I'm gonna take a big stick and like kind of twirl the web into like a torch-like thing and like use it to start the fire.
As you attempt to do that, the brittle nature of the web, it breaks into little pieces.
Oh.
18.
All right, you managed to collect sufficient firewood for the morning.
So there was a figure watching us last night. Kind of assuming it was the road figure from earlier.
You mean the fanged figure?
Dave, you suck.
Might have been Harold.
I don't think Harold would have just watched. Harold? Harold?
Harold or Harold? Harold.
Harold. No D.
Harold. I don't think Harold would have just watched.
Maybe the webs threw him off.
This Joe sat back over there, about 150 feet. Did nothing, just stared.
Am I still asleep right now?
You were generally waking up. Everyone's waking up at well.
Before we get into anything else, how much damage should I put into that book?
What do you mean?
Well, I was reading it, deciphering it.
Put the work in. Don't worry.
All right.
It's working.
Alright, I want to check the salves on the bull mastiff.
They seem to have helped significantly. So the hound is not at full health, but it is healing.
I'm going to cast Druidcraft to see what the weather will be like for the day.
All right, you get a little storm cloud. It looks as if it's going to rain soon.
Seems like today's going to be a little wet, guys.
Did I see him cast that?
You did indeed.
Okay.
And at that, heading out to forage for breakfast.
With the
All right,
collected wood that Baracus got, I'll build the fire back up.
I'm gonna prepare spells and pray.
All right, you managed to grab a squirrel and a rabbit. Using the bones from last night, you believe you could make a hearty breakfast stew.
Cooking is an 18.
You succeeded in making a hearty breakfast stew.
I'll dig through all my stuff and serve out a bowl to everybody, including Belmar.
Did I see him prepare it the whole time?
You did.
All right. I'll take it. I'll smile. I'll smell it. I'll look at it, and then I'll taste it.
Oh! Stew goes better than a spit rabbit, I guess.
The stew tastes pretty great considering the fact that it was made over a fire. But then again, that's pretty much most of your meals have been like, so for you, it tastes pretty goddamn good.
After my jeer, I nod towards Badger. Thank you for the breakfast, sir. And I start digging in.
I give a smile and a nod to everybody and watch as Belmar takes it. Slowly but surely, friend, you'll learn. We're not to be distrusted.
Do I see him watching me?
Mm-hmm.
I said it
All
to
right.
you.
Yeah, he's speaking to you.
Well, he's speaking to me, but I don't know if I was so far into the stew I didn't see.
Jesus.
This dude's so fucking good.
Well, I give him a kind of a slight nod, and I continue cautiously eating the stew, but eating it no less.
He tries to hide it, but he's pretty excited about the stew.
I was gonna say.
I want to joke now and be like, don't worry, friend, the poison's on the bottom. Something like that. Just fuel this.
Who knows? Maybe Badger's poisoned you all, and the antidote's only because you keep eating breakfast. Just keeping it all around.
It'd be a hell of a long con.
That'd be a hell of a long con. All of a sudden, one night I don't make dinner for anybody, and everybody dies before morning.
And Badger's just sitting there with his stew.
What you guys don't realize is that Ryan multiclassed as a rogue in the beginning. He just didn't want to tell anyone.
Oh, that's funny because there is like a poison master assassin rogue, isn't there?
Yep. Yeah.
So, have I finished eating stew?
Yep. You guys, you're doing whatever morning chores you want to.
All right. Once I finish that, I guess I'll get up, find a nice little spot, take a acorn off of my quarterstaff, and plant it, and start praying and meditating over it.
Right.
With facing the party.
Nice, Dave. At least now I know you actually prepared it. Like some of your random shit. He's preparing for night camp.
I know. I'm just being a smartass.
All right. What's everybody doing? I know we got 2 meditators. Once they're wrapping up, anybody do anything in the meantime? Or?
I am going to do my morning attune, praying to Malaki.
I am ready to roll out, killing time by reading said book.
Pretty sure you almost have it down. Maybe another day as a study, we'll get it through.
Good.
I'll do a prayer to Moradin and then just begin playing with my deck of cards while I wait for everybody else. Musing aloud. Shame we couldn't have saved the horses. That's gonna make this that much worse.
God, I'm gonna make a joke so bad.
Judging by how eagerly you're laughing, like some nerd that just figured out some crazy math theory, I don't want to hear it.
That's weird.
Look at him. Tell me, you really want to hear his joke? Look at the shit-eating grin on his face. You're him breathing through the mic.
Sorry, is it too loud?
No, it's fine. I can just hear you
I want to hear it just so I can be angry now.
Nope. No, you don't get it.
Kinda, yeah. Now you're not good enough for it. Apparently, really aren't.
All right, time to go see some orcs.
Is that what we're doing?
I believe that was the plan.
We've been trying to do that, but I feel like we're
Getting stonewalled by hellhounds.
That was something. You guys weren't exactly in a temperament to be doing much.
No, I don't disagree with anything about that session. I thank you for having one, but I totally see why that went the way it did.
I blame Shawnee.
He's not even here.
I blame myself.
Wow, you had a pretty good night's sleep. If
you're sleeping by like fucking 9.
Exactly, I blame myself.
like a 30-minute power nap.
After falling asleep at the brewery.
If anyone asks, that didn't happen. It totally happened.
Dave, you should know by now. I at least own up to my shit.
Not at the time. You're like, no, I'm not sleeping.
Oh, no. Don't ask me at the time. No. I'll defend that shit to my death. After the fact, I'll own up to it.
All right. What are we doing here?
I want to go see my boy Leo. I'm excited to see him.
You've never met Leo. Not your boy.
I am well familiar with Leo.
Nope, you're not.
No, you're actually not.
I am. Barack isn't. I want to see my boy Leo.
You stepped out of the campaign. You don't know how Leo is. Your work schedule went crazy, and Lawrence had to play him.
You don't know shit, boy.
He's still a badass.
Anyways, what are we doing?
Heading out.
Yeah, going to the orcs.
I mean, have I finished? Like,
Belmar,
meditating?
what are you doing in reaction to this?
Do they just kind of walk away as I start meditating?
Apparently. No, you're done meditating. You're done meditating.
Okay.
I will say aloud to Belmar what our
That's what I was
plans
going
were.
That's what I'm going for.
What were the plans?
You got a brand new party member. You can't just, all right, we're going to keep going.
Belmar, since you're...
I'm confused enough as to what you guys are doing, let alone him.
So our current plan was to head to the leader of these orcs and return to him his son's eye and warn him of the dangers before we head off to see the king that gave them the land.
I guess I'll reply, you're going to do a favor for an orc and warn them?
Well, when you're choosing between orcs and vampires, I'll go with the orcs.
Well, I haven't been here to see what you've seen, so I'll take your word for it and hope you're right. And then I guess I kind of just follow along, take all my belongings.
Badger's the only one with a mount. Just like riding ahead and falling back and then riding ahead.
Nope, we just keep at a nice leisurely walk.
All right. Your pace is significantly slower without a mount. I'm not sure how far you'll get today. That's Alas and woe.
Can we smoke signal and Uber?
All right. After about another 2 days of journey, you find yourself finally returning back to the previous campsite of the mercenaries. You find much of it, however, to be abandoned. Signs of gear that has been left behind, and a number of bodies, both orcish, human, elven, and dwarven. It looks as if the mercenaries were attacked in your absence.
Guess it's good when we left when we did.
These still weren't evil men, and I'm going to say a prayer, trying to bring them to their or shepherd them to their journey to the afterlife.
I'm going to say aloud, having been to the one of the parties and seen the torture that I had seen with Badger that night. Doesn't mean they were all good either, and I'm going to start scanning the bodies to see if there's any that I recognize.
All right. Give me a perception check or investigation, rather.
Investigation. That's going to be 22.
All right. As you start looking through the bodies, searching for a companion, any lost friends. Anybody else doing anything?
Did they go and mention that these were orcs, or did we just walk up on a bunch
You
of
walk
dead
into
bodies?
what looked to be an abandoned campsite. From your perspective, it looked as if there's a lot of gear that's been left behind, and you can see a number of bodies, human, elven, dwarven, and orcish. It looks quite clearly as if there's a fight here, and that whoever was at this campsite has abandoned it.
I should further specify that as I'm going through the bodies, I want to bring them all to a collective location in a clearing. My intention is to start a big fire mound.
That's going to take a while.
So that
That's a lot of bodies.
Or just go about and start torching them, as long as they're not around trees, because I don't want this to become an undead fucking zone.
Okay. Everyone else?
I'm gonna start inspecting the bodies.
I will keep lookout for whatever that came through here doing a second round.
Button, Badger.
I'm still going through blessing, saying prayers.
Button, I mean Badger, sorry.
I'll probably follow suit with Traylock.
All right. Anybody searching through the bodies, give me an investigation. You already gave me one, Trayvon.
Oh, yep.
That one.
What do I do with a nat one on this? I don't even know what I can do fun with this.
Just a bunch of pocket lint or something.
Ugh.
He's convinced he finds a long-lost relative from his town.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
17, Lawrence.
I will try as I go about searching and burning to follow Quentin's path so that they've had last rites before anything is done.
Trayvok, as you are going through, you find what looks to be you find Bob from the mercenary company, pierced with 8 different orcish arrows. His body appears cold and long deceased. Next to his side, you see the body of Orleon the wizard, also of the mercenary company.
Bob and Orleon.
Yep, Bob and Orleon.
I'll call it to the rest. We know a couple. Bob and Orleon didn't make it.
I hang my head sadly as I continue doing carrying out the dirty task.
And I'll say to Quentin as well. I know there's a lot here. Make sure these 2 are addressed.
I'll pay special attention to these 2. And bless them accordingly.
Mike, did you see my message? Check the Google chat.
Oh, let's see it.
While Quentin reads last rites for Bob and early on, I will stand there solemnly.
Bring out
All
your
right.
dead.
Bring out your dead.
Too soon, guys. Too soon. Come on.
I'm not dead yet.
All right, so as I'm inspecting the body, I'll say, I'll kind of start muttering to myself in Druidic. Do I need to type that out, or should I just say it?
I'll just say it.
All right, well, I'll pretty much just saying things along the lines of, this is impossible, it can't be, and I can look further for closer inspection.
All right. Everybody else can
Specifically at the forearm.
Everybody else, what?
Check.
Oh, you suck.
Well,
Dave
Badger,
with a
you
23.
everybody else hears Belmar muttering to himself. Badger, you managed to catch the word impossible muttered in Druidic. Belmar, unfortunately, it seems as if the arms have been chopped off of this corpse from the elbow down.
Oh, Lawrence liked my idea.
So I guess since the arms seem to be chopped off, I guess I'll hang my head solemnly, and then I'll kind of walk to the side of this camp and begin digging a shallow grave.
Okay. You can all witness this.
He's not really going to try and bury him, is he? There's so many.
My friend, did you happen to know someone here as well?
I may have. It looks familiar to me, but I'd rather not talk about it. I just kind of get back to work.
Talking's not needed. I will. No words necessary. I'll make sure that unless you want otherwise, I'll make sure that addresses him properly before he's brought over.
All right, I give him a thankful nod, and then I diligently get back to digging the shallow grave.
I continue about my work.
God, could you imagine if Lawrence had to be like a White Walker thing where they all just fucking started to rise?
He looks back at us. Fuck you, Lord.
This is why we go about things the way we do. We're like, wow, a whole bunch of dead bodies. I'm going to start burning them. If only I had that stat from Ilmater, or from...
Triel.
Yeah, but you
Triel.
don't. No.
And it backfired like 50% of the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't always that. All right. So you got burying, final right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after I say last rites.
I'm gonna place or plant an acorn above the grave.
Ooh, I like it. That's touch.
I'm still gonna burn the body.
You're gonna try to burn the body of the one he's trying to bury?
What? I will ask to Belmar before I burn the body. If you don't mind, with all the undead around, and I don't want to disgrace anything, but there is a lot of undead around.
If you don't mind, what?
There's no polite way to ask, can I burn someone that you know? I don't want them to come back as something unnatural.
At first, I'm going to look shocked and outraged, but as I think about it, I'll kind of nod and say, I think he would have liked being burned. Go ahead.
I nod at that.
I get it.
I think he would have liked being burned. Like it. All right. I nod back and light the body up. Not for too long. Just long enough to get the job done before we bury.
A half burn. Slow. Not too hot. Not too cold.
Make sure he's toasty on both sides.
Wait, are you guys literally flipping the body as you burn him?
No.
Because that'll be a different discussion.
No. I'm joking.
It's like browning a marshmallow.
I will light the body up. And
For the fourth time, he's lighting the body on fire.
Adam, what are you doing with the body?
I think I'm lighting it on fire.
Very good. Wanted to establish that.
Well, sure.
Oh, I thought Lawrence was going for he let the body hit the floor.
That's quite the bombshell you dropped, dude.
And after that, I'm gonna again continue about the rest.
I fucking hate you guys so much.
No, you don't. That is fantastic. You loved it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, come on. That was good.
Corny humor? What's wrong with corny humor?
Only most of it.
I resent that. My humor is like that go-to shit.
Oh, knuckle face.
Chris.
All right, you managed to burn all the bodies, pray over them, and yeah, what are you guys doing now?
Continue back about there was a path heading north straight to the center of the orcs, basically, right?
Oh, there was.
So allowed to the rest of the group. So do we take the path that headed straight in?
Might be a good idea, but Badger. Normally in a battle like this, there's some stray horses that kind of get out. You might be able to track one nearby. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but...
Alright, I'm going to... Most horses could be called, correct? Like a whistle or... No?
Depends on the horse.
That's a top tier horse right there.
Alright, well, I'm going to... What do you want?
Picked up on that by the weird look that did.
Yeah, alright. So I'm going to use knowledge, I don't know, maybe nature to look for hooves? Or track? Track.
Okay.
What do you want, nature or survival? 19. Looking for hoof tracks.
Can you say hoof again?
What?
Can you say that word again?
Hoof?
Interesting. Right.
Hoof tracks.
All right, you're fine. I was just curious if that's how you meant to say it.
Wait, say that word again. I want to see what he's making fun of.
He's looking for hooves, and I said hoof.
I say hoof too.
You didn't know. No, never mind. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, what'd you roll?
19.
All right. You find a few pairs of sets of footprints. They all seem to be either the animals were ridden together out or they herded up and ran out. They headed southeast.
So back to town.
No, town would be southwest. Southwest.
All right. Well, as he's looking for these hoof prints, I guess I'm going to start looking for any footprints and any parties leading away from this massacre.
You're looking for what? Sorry?
Any footprints, any indication as to where the assaulting party went, or who any survivors may have gone.
No. Survival check, please.
Not 20.
So it looks like whoever survived this headed off to the southeast, and it looks like there's a large band on foot that headed north.
The survivors going southeast, are the tracks consistent? Does it look like they have a limp, dragging a limb, anything?
The tracks going southeast seem to be rather jumbled. You can see hoof prints. You can see multiple size hoof prints. There's some drag marks. It could be most likely there's some injured among them. I see spots of blood.
All right, you said the ones are going northeast?
Yeah, the other, you saw a large group on foot seemed to be going north.
Okay.
So in all the searching, it was just Bob and Orleans.
Those are the only two that you recognize.
Okay. I know Lawrence. I didn't know if someone happened to.
I didn't say anything.
No, chat.
I was talking about the flute.
I know.
Oh, I missed something.
Just in
Sorry.
case someone happened to have something and like due to a backstory or some like I've got a deck of cards because former soldier. Shit like that.
Wish you were a bard, that's all.
I do love a good bard.
Bards are the best.
Bards like you are the best. Bards like
Bards are the most OP class.
Bards like Wes would not be OP.
I have a feeling Wes could figure it out. He'd just be asking you to explain what to do every turn.
Right.
He'd be annoying, but he'd still be OP.
You don't even have Thunderwave, but you could.
Bards do.
There's a couple in the pre-made. There's a couple like elemental spells that bards could have. I should tell you about them. I should tell you about them sometime.
Well, since the tracks are heading south, that's where we came from, essentially. Should probably just continue on.
I'll agree with that statement. Aye, no use backtracking. How long? How long would the search be just to speed up our pace?
I think I've done all I can here.
I appreciate you taking the time, especially with those of note, those we knew.
All right, well, Well, I'm going to look to the party and say it looks like a large group of them went to the north. I don't know who they may be, but there seems to be heavy in numbers.
Looks like orc revenge.
Given the lay of the land, I gotta assume the orcs attacked. And that path to the north is whatever's left going to wage the rest of the war.
Are these the same orcs you intend to help?
Aye.
More like work with.
Interesting.
We need information.
Information on what?
About the deal that they made with Leo and where to find him.
We don't know who this fourth person is to lay claim to the throne, but knowing what we've heard of some of the others, feel like we need more information on them.
Well, at the mention of a throne, I guess I'll kind of roll my eyes and sigh.
All right, shall we?
I believe we all agree to head north, yeah?
Hi.
Right, perception check from everyone.
Let's see.
Ryan, we agreed as a party to head north and perception.
Maracas, Trayvok, Badger, and everybody notices there seems to be a large number of carrion birds circling overhead. Baracus, Trayvok, and Badger, you note that there appears to be a equally large party of carrion birds further to the southeast, and you see a few scattering few to the north.
What was that very last part?
A scattered few to the north.
Doesn't
Looks
look like
like-
any direction fared as well as one would hope. Let's hurry before the number in the north grows.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. As you head north, give me another perception check.
Nat 20.
All right, so everybody except for Belmar this time. You catch what sounds, after going a couple, maybe about 2 miles further north, you catch what sounds like some large-scale battle going on, not too much further through the tree line. You can see flashes of smoke and light through the trees as well.
Probably keep quiet and let them work it out. Mercs working for vampires and orcs. I don't think I want to get in the middle of that.
Agreed.
We didn't know they were vampires.
The leadership of Ironstep are vampires,
No.
and the mercs are working for them.
When we were hired, we didn't know they were vampires.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. We know now.
Right. So I'm saying if we told the mercs that they're working for vampires,
I have a feeling half of them won't give a shit. Money's money to half these guys.
Coin is coin.
Yep.
All right,
Oh,
I kind of look around. Oh,
No, going.
I kind of look around confused and say, "What's going on?" You're not understanding this talk of vampires, mercenaries, not seeing the battle.
Look, over there.
You can roll a new perception check with advantage.
Don't you hear that?
Adam, are you just like, is your goal to just spout random like song quotes all night?
It seems like it.
Is it not what I do anyway?
You never
Not
do
normally.
this.
Not normal.
Usually
Not like
there's not as
not
many
like
good
8
setups.
songs in a half hour.
Usually there's not as many good setups. Or I don't notice
Belmar,
many
you
setups.
become aware of what seems to be a battle going on to the north.
All right, I'll nod solemnly and kind of watch the party for direction.
We can prevent some deaths, maybe.
Might prevent
I don't
more
think
deaths
those
if we
orcs
go
are the-
right to source.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Might prevent more deaths if we go straight to the orc leader, though. Or make it worse.
I mean, he's going to defend his people regardless. Maybe we can make the mercenaries stop attacking.
Well, I mean, if we assume half are in for the money regardless, we're pretty much just going to be slaughtering the other half. Because I don't think those orcs are going to stop.
That's true without word from their superiors. All right, let's keep going then. If everyone's in agreement.
I continue sneakily. I don't want to draw attention.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Uh, 16.
Anybody else?
Nope.
Full plate just...
His stealth is the walk, the strut.
All right, assuming I see him walking stealthily, I'll follow in suit. Does it look like anybody else's attempt to be stealth?
I don't know yet.
Um,
You see Quentin giving the side eye to the stealth movement.
I'll dismount and not very stealthily, but just I'll dismount and begin leading the dog.
But you got those boots. Just try not to hit anything.
My point is that can't be stealthy, so why try?
I'm not gonna stealth, but I'll at least try to not crash through the china shop, I guess.
All right. So what are these other stealth checks?
Mine was a 16.
Yeah, I got yours.
Well, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace as I'm going into spells or into stealth. Stealth check.
Wait, do you need stealth if you cast Pass Without Trace?
That just doesn't leave a mark, I believe.
It doesn't allow him to be tracked or anything like that.
It masks me and my companions from detection within a 30 feet radius from me.
Shadow and silence radiates from him. Within 30 feet of you has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks. You can't be tracked. Creature that receives this bonus will leave behind no tracks or other traces of the passage. So yeah, with that, everybody around you gets plus 10 to stealth checks.
There you go, Dave. Now you can stealth. Kind of.
Do I know that?
You see him mutter a spell, and he seems to radiate silence and shadow.
All right,
The forest within 30 feet of Belmar grows dark and quiet.
all right, I'm gonna roll my eyes and try to be stealthy.
Clink, clank, clank, clink, clank.
I'll follow suit.
So, yeah.
31. Yeah.
31, I got a 26. Is that a plus 10, Adam, or no? Is that with the plus 10?
No, that is not. So 25.
Yeah, so I got 31, a 25, a 26, a 31. That's with the plus 10, Dave?
Yes.
I assume.
There it is.
I assume now it's with the plus 10, yeah. When it came to your roll, yeah. Okay, you guys are going north?
Yeah, continuing on.
All right, you continue north. The sounds of battle seems to grow louder, and you can see what clearly looks to be lightning bolts and fireballs flashing across the field, the low hills at the edge of the forest. You can hear shouts in various languages as what appears to be a larger scale battle seems to be taking place. Give me another stealth check as we continue forward.
This one's still a plus 10.
Yeah. It's for an hour.
For an hour.
Nat 1.
Oh, damn. Nat
Yeah,
1. There it is.
You got the nat one?
I did.
Whoa! I like you. You roll nice.
So much for
You
that
make
nice
this
little.
fun. All right, what's everybody else's rolls?
Mine was the 28. I think I started.
28, 24, 19, 21, and an at 1. All right, as the party continues to move stealthily forward, his hand on what looks to be a large, sturdy tree. Unfortunately, he places too much weight, and the tree proves to have been rotten and about to fall over. The 20-foot pine, the cacophonous crack, falls and slams into the ground with a thunderous echo. You hear the sounds of battle, silence for a moment in response.
You done fucked up now.
Yay, natural one!
I'll kind of look at the party and give kind of a apologetic shrug.
You're allowed to keep playing with this. I like natural ones. That's 2 so far. Keep it coming.
He needs to play Bloodline Mage or Bloodline Sorcerer.
Wild
That would be
magic.
better. That would be better, yes. Chris never gives me a 1.
Sorry, buddy.
He never casts anything besides cantrips either, besides fireballs, and then he never rolls a 1 on them.
You got 1.
Yeah, but it wasn't good timing.
This is perfect timing to be a potted plant.
Ridiculous. Alright, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna look surprised that it wasn't me.
I suppose there's no point to sneaking about now. Let's go.
We don't know if they spotted us yet.
We don't know if they didn't.
Well, I don't know this, but we can't actually leave tracks while this is active.
Mhm.
There's
I'm gonna
a tree that collapsed.
There are more things
I'm gonna
we should get
continue
away from where the
concentrating.
sound came from.
It says no trace, Lawrence. They leave no trace.
Yeah, the tree disappeared.
The tree is actually upright. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Good thing we're in the forest. BB-8 stands out.
We're in the forest of Ewoks.
No.
So
I just mean we should put some distance between us before someone comes to investigate the sound.
all right, let's go.
Alright, we're going north. Still going north?
Yes.
Alright, you reach the edge of the tree line, and the battle's clearly restarted since then. You see what looks to be a ragtag group of mercenaries battling a rather large-looking horde of orcs. Ground before you is dotted with trees, however, it's a set of rolling hills. You can see a number of what look to be either orcish priests or sorcerers standing behind the horde in what looks to be some kind of spell battle with other humanoid casters across the way behind the ragtag group of mercenaries.
I vote to keep sneaking.
I hate you, Dave. I hate you so much. Wow. I hate you.
Jesus Christ.
I hate you. I got nothing besides I hate you right now.
If his spell's still active, I don't see why I stop now.
So what are you doing?
Sneaking.
Trying to.
Right. Sneaking where? Onto the battlefield or what?
Are there no more trees for us to loop around through?
You've reached the edge of the tree line. There are trees dotting over the ground before you, a
Dotting.
set of low rolling hills.
Oh my fuck.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Yeah. Never mind the sneaking then. That's just
Daylight!
like Dave throwing grass on his back.
I'll cast fog cloud.
Wait, what?
Of course. I prepared daylight. Might as well prepare fog cloud too. That is a Dave spell. That's absolutely what this is. Alright, 20-foot radius sphere of fog. Point within range. Spread your corners. Last duration per win. That's fine. When you start to mutter the spell, rain starts to pour. Are you casting the fog cloud on the forest where you are or in the battle?
Between us and the battle, or where we want to go in the battle. So, like, our path would be obstructed.
If you're going straight north, you're going to go right through the middle of the battle.
All right.
I think anybody in the middle of a war zone would pay attention to 5 just streaking figures sprinting through.
Yeah, I guess I'll cast it on the side of the battlefield that we want to go on. So if we're going straight towards the battlefield, I'll cast it 20 feet to the right of the battlefield, and then we'll go 40 feet right.
Here, I'm making a map for you real quick.
Chris, when you fill this thing, you fill it right to the orange gasket.
I'm gonna have to look at it.
Probably close to.
Ooh, I could cast it at higher levels.
I tend to go like a millimeter below that, just so I don't make a mess.
You are a fucking mess.
True, but I also did buy the Spider-Man today, actually.
It's pretty delicious.
What was the other one you got? Joke's on You and Anger
Joker and Anger Management. I feel like Anger Management's going to be my favorite.
It is pretty good.
Sour Apple Peach is like winning.
I mean, I could have cast Sleet Storm instead,
All right. So
but
the line is about here and here. Your party is here. O's are orcs. O's are orc casters. M's are mercenaries. MCs mercenary casters.
holy
X's are trees.
fuck.
So basically, you're begging me to cast Fireball right now.
Your call, buddy.
Mother of God. Is
Oh
that
my-
tempting?
Oh my god. Yeah. So we want to go towards the orcs, right?
North is this way, yes.
Oh, we just want to go straight through it. Oh my.
Lawrence is begging us to just get in combat.
I'm not
Come on,
begging you
Lawrence.
for anything. Jesus, you guys read
Come on.
in wait. You guys read some weird shit into what I do.
What are the lines again?
This is where the hills are.
Okay, so there's
That
I
is
guess we
the
could just-
hill sloping upwards.
There's
It's very hard to have
right.
depth. No.
there's a giant killing field, and then there's 2 sets of casters on the tops of the hills.
Pretty much, yeah.
Holy fuck! All right.
Just bang it right and double time it right through all those mercs.
Through the merc casters.
Yeah.
So if I cast my spell on like Q20 with a 20-foot radius.
No, I wouldn't want to. Well, yeah, I guess you could do that because that's going to obscure the mercs, which will help them out.
So that would be the. Yeah, I'll do that.
Can you put it further?
You mean further north?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
up 3 squares, 4 squares.
yeah, go up 4 squares, I guess. Sorry, Lawrence.
Yeah, that.
The casters are going to be pissed because they can't cast spells now because they can't see anything. And the mercs are just going to get overtaken, but that's all right.
Casting it there.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you do the opposite? Instead of casting it there, I cast it on the orcs.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care who kills who. As long as the weak survive.
What?
No idea.
It's normally how it doesn't work in battle, but okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow at this and kind of look at Quentin.
This isn't all in
We're all
character.
looking at Quentin. We're all looking at Quentin.
It should all be in character, but this isn't all in character.
Oh, that wasn't your character?
No, that wasn't all.
It's hard to tell.
Um,
sometimes with data.
Sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna say I've cast a fog cloud. Let's run around while they're confused and then they can't see us.
Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm gonna kind of watch the battlefield as we run around, see who gains advantage from this fog and who this party seems to favor versus more mercenaries or orcs.
All right. Are you straight sprinting, everybody, or are we sneaking, or are we walking casually? What are we doing here?
Actually, it doesn't matter because I have concentration of an hour.
I wasn't asking if you're maintaining the spell. I was asking in general.
No, I know.
We're all going to
Sorry.
do the Vince McMahon strut across the battlefield.
Around the battlefield, up the hill.
So
Behind
are you walking, sprinting, or sneaking?
Probably sneaking.
Sneaking.
Give me sneak check, self checks.
I'm still concentrating on pass without trace, by the way.
Yep. I assume
Unless
it's
it's been an hour.
It's not been an hour.
Okay.
An hour in game time takes a long time.
It can take a long time. It can also take almost no time. Oh, look at that. Everybody rolled well.
Well, when you get a +10.
I know. It doesn't hurt. All right. The party moves stealthily around the battlefield, skirting from tree to tree as they circle around the fog cloud. You hear shouts of confusion, anger, rage, fear, and you see a number of explosions seem to be billowing within the fog cloud itself. As you move around, it's harder and harder to see what's happening on the Orcish side or down in the middle of the hills. You hear many a cry of pain, however. As you skirt the edges of the fog cloud, continuing north, you can see an elf and a human fleeing from the fog cloud, heading south again. They appear to be wounded, each of them, as they run from the battlefields.
Do we know them?
They're behind you.
No, I know, but you said we saw them.
You caught a glimpse of them running out, yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't the party that Ryan made friends with, right?
I don't know.
Badger.
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Nobody made a check.
I'm making a check.
Thank you. Nobody decided to make a check when they saw the battle either. Just saying that one too.
What am I using? Perception?
Yep.
16.
You don't recognize that particular elf or human based off of the fleeting glimpse you have.
Okay.
Give me another stealth check, everybody.
Everybody. God damn it.
Nat 20.
I like your die. Nat 20, Nat 1. Like, I'm okay with Nat 20 than you give me Nat 1s. I think I'm waiting on one more here. There we go. Alright, you managed to successfully skirt around the battlefield, making it on the opposite side of the hills. The tree line appears to continue to be thinner over here. And you can see what looks to be a number of towers in the process of being constructed in the near distance. You see also a number of what looks to be Orcish totems set up that appear to signify and mark territory. The sounds of the battle behind you have already begun to lessen, and there are no longer as many loud pops and snaps of explosions or electricity.
I'm going to, as we're moving, dig into my sack and produce the eye. And basically, like, hook it to, like, my hip so I can easily access it if I need to.
Gotcha.
Do I see this?
Perception.
23.
You note that Badger appears to pull what looks to be in the process of drying eyeball and attaches it with his belt.
No, it's in a bag.
You said you pulled the eye out.
I'm taking the bag with the eyeball out of my bag and putting it on
I
my
misunderstood how you were doing it.
No,
that's kind of
an
grisly,
eyeball
dude.
floating in my bag.
That's a little grisly, but whatever.
No, it's just a bag.
Okay,
All right,
so
I forget that Mike doesn't have, like, the filler, so I'll be more specific. I produce the bag that has the eyeball in it and hook it to my hip.
So yeah, if you want to comment, yes, you see him attach a smaller bag to his hip.
Are there any markings like blood or anything on it? Anything to indicate what's inside?
Maybe an old stain, but that's about it. That's not necessarily a blood, just a wetness.
All right, I'm make a note of it and carry on like normal.
Badger goes.
I didn't know I just heard you dragging, putting his eye on your belt. I was like, all right.
Badger goes.
Walking Dead in this shit. Like, hey, I'll think I'm one of them. I smell like an orc now.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I was gonna say, Badger
Next time.
Badger goes straight up Witcher 3. Starts hooking trophies.
All right. Continuing north, or what?
Boy.
Yeah.
We are trying to get to the orc chief. That's the goal.
Are we kind of out of immediate danger, out of the battlefield?
It seems like it.
All right. As we travel, I'm going to kind of keep my eye out for a stone roughly 2-3 feet, 1-2 cubic feet, looking for something that's kind of strong.
Okay.
Any sort of rock I can pick up like that along the way. That's not shale or something like that. All right, it's 19.
Got me confused. I'll give you that. Points for that, I suppose.
I'm trying to think of what spell he's gonna cast.
I don't know. What's your check?
It was 19.
All right. Can everyone give me a general perception check? Beautiful.
That was actually kind of weak.
I know. It sounded very dry. You need more moisture in your belch.
He heard us last session. He knows that we're capable of more.
I know all too well.
What was it? Perception? That's a 9.
Oof.
All right. Quentin and Trevok, you both realize that the path you're taking is heading directly towards one of the partially constructed towers. You know, if you don't correct the course soon, you'll probably stumble right into it. Belmar, you've managed to find an appropriate stone, composite stone of the dimensions you were asking for.
All right.
I will say aloud, but in a. How loud is the? You said the sounds of battle were a bit diminished where we are, right?
You've been walking for about an hour. They're pretty much inaudible now. You don't hear anything.
So aloud but quiet. We're heading straight for one of these towers that's being erected. We should shift.
At some point, we're going to need to make our presence known, but yeah, I agree. Let's shift for now.
How heavy is the stone that I found?
20 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Lauren's just pulling weights of stone out of his ass.
Fuck do
Well,
I know?
I put it in my bag and I continue onward.
What the fuck is a rock for? Are you just fucking with me? Like, hey, first session, I'll just fuck with the DM so he has no idea what to expect. Because Dave then does that to me enough.
There's a plan. There's a plan.
I'm nervous for you now.
He's gonna cast like Stone Shape or something and need that as a material.
I've got one pyro, one rules lawyer, one guy that's managed to survive anything, and one guy that kills everything. And now I've got you doing things with rocks, and I don't know what's going on.
The feng shui. It's all a miss.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Huh? We're continuing on. We changing direction. What are we doing?
We're going to course correct to go around the constructing tower. And I'm going to ask
West.
Badger to do it.
East or west?
What?
I believe Quentin just asked you to guide us around the tower in a course correction.
I don't even know what the tower is.
There's a defense tower getting constructed that we noticed and said, "Hey, we're heading straight for it
now."
So we should go around it." And
the thought was, let's not alert them to our presence quite yet. Try to get further.
Okay, I was saying that in character. I don't know if you guys are.
Well, they said all that in character too.
Okay. Well, then I'm assuming I now see this tower, and I will course correct west.
Okay.
Did he give us any? I don't remember. When we talked to Orok, did he tell us the best route?
We got the path that we should take to try to find a portal for Leo, but not a route to the chieftain.
Okay.
What's the rock for?
What?
What's the rock for?
Oh, now you know how we feel all the time.
Well, do I have a second while Badger's doing this?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't show your hand yet. Make the DM wait if you can.
Well, no, I'm gonna take the rock back out of my bag, and I'm going to check it to see how sturdy it is with my stone cutting feet.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check.
A wisdom check.
Is that with advantage?
Yep. So roll twice, take the better roll.
$19.
All right. You feel like this could stand up to a pretty good blow.
Hey,
Any indication as to what type of stone it's made of?
Some kind of composite, mostly granite.
Okay, I'll put it back into my bag and continue onward.
I don't like being on this side of it.
Lawrence is the end of 7. What's with the rock, man?
If this goes on into more than 2 sessions, I'm gonna be pissed.
I hope he just carries this rock around, just daves the shit out of it.
And then at level 15, he pulls it out and goes, "Now I can use it." I'm saving it for this one spell I wouldn't get till
Turns
now.
into a stone golem and just fucks everything up.
Oh God,
Chris.
Oh man.
Alright, so you're just gonna pick west? Course correction?
Yeah, northwest. I'm just trying to skirt the tower.
Alright. Oh, you're trying to skirt close? You just go around it?
Yeah, just go around it.
Give me a survival check.
Are we in forest still?
Not really.
Are we in grassland?
More hills.
Okay, but
They're
like as far as
grassy
like,
hill.
terrain is concerned, hills is not one of them.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
No.
Not for terrain.
I think it's mountains.
Alright, fine. It's grassland then.
Okay. Well, I gotta be sure. I got proficiencies in the land.
Okay, breathe. Alright.
Do we need the official roll?
Why are you guys all uppity tonight?
What? I don't think I've ever been called uppity. Even when I have been uppity in D&D, I haven't been called uppity.
Well, you have now. Congratulations.
This rock is really throwing his game off.
I do want to know what the rocks are.
Arctic coast, desert, forest, grassland,
I
mountain.
know. I just looked it up myself. I gave you an answer anyways.
Yeah, you said
Chill pill,
grassland.
bro. Yeah.
Fuck you.
All that matters for you is it's not a forest.
No, because I have grassland as my second favorite terrain.
Bitch.
Yeah, I'm uppity. Yep. From that face, I'm uppity. Okay. You said survival?
Mm-hmm.
Proficiency bonus is doubled. Alright. That'll help that at least. 13.
Alright, you take the party on a trick that you believe will circle around sufficiently enough to not be caught by the tower. And I got a perception check from everybody.
What check?
Perception.
Perception. All right. You all catch sight of what looks to be a large rib cage decorated with various feathers and skins and claws, dangling from a large wooden pole nearby. It appears to be some kind of orcish totem. And you all spot what looks to be a total of 3 orcs garrisoning the nearby tower. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. The tower itself appears to be still under construction, as there is simply a base platform with a ladder leaning against it, and what looks to be a small hut set up with no actual wall around the tower itself.
How close is this to the tower? That little totem?
The totem appears to be about 100 feet from you. The tower itself is about 200 feet away.
Okay.
I guess I'm just going to keep leading us.
Okay. Can I get another perception check from everybody?
That one?
That one.
Wow. Jesus, this guy might need to test his die more than Dave ever had to.
Why? He's had 2 nat 20s and 3 nat 1s. That's perfect.
At least his swings both ways, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
It just hits that one.
If
Probably
Chris
because
would do
one
that,
is
I'd have a lot of fun.
1 is opposite of 20, so his die is probably weighted poorly.
Or well.
I don't know. I tested it pretty well. It seemed to be pretty consistent.
I'm okay with this level of consistency. Though, to be fair, you can never have too many dice.
Yeah, I think I have 4 or 5 d20, not including what I use for magic health counters.
Well, those are life counters. They're different.
But still d20.
The bag of
But
suck
they're
that
not,
Dave
because
has.
they count down, literally. Like, you can go down through them in order with one tip. With a d20, you can't.
I don't know if mine are.
Because your 1 and your 20 are on different ends. You can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just, one turn at a time.
I always use D&D dice for magic.
Yeah. But if you buy a life counter for magic, they're literally set up so they're next to each other going down.
Nope. Mine is just a big ass d20 and another big ass d20.
Huh? Just saying, if you bought life counters, that's what they do.
I don't buy. I've never bought a life counter. I just have a big d20.
No shit, they are different.
Yep. The things you learn about dice.
Yeah.
D&D. It's always something to learn. Alright, so with that natural one, you stop paying attention to where you're going and you manage to trip over a rock, oddly identical to the one you already have in your bag. You fall to the ground. You fall to the ground and take 2 points of damage.
Oh.
No real coincidence there.
Everything else is good, though? I don't have a limp or anything?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
It's a sign. Bring that one too.
How big is the rock?
About the same size.
Can I spare the weight? I'll pick her up and throw it in the bag.
Fuck you. Now you're just fucking with me. I knew I shouldn't have reacted.
Just wait till Lawrence finds out that the rocks have no real purpose. He just drops them later.
He was oddly specific about what he wanted. This is why Mike wanted to play. He's like, how could I fuck with somebody and they won't just walk away? I get them as my DM. They have to listen to what I say. Got it. All right. After another hour's march, you leave the tower behind you. You can see what looks to be a larger cloud of smoke, maybe half a day ahead. It's hard to see anything from that distance, but it looks as if there's some kind of significant orcish construction.
Is it hard to see from that distance?
Yes, for most people. Trevok, you can see pretty clearly it looks as if there is some kind of orcish citadel being constructed.
I hear Chewie.
Yep. Marilyn teased her. She gave her a bottle and then was like, "Oh, you can't have that yet. We got to change your diaper first."
All right, so we're kind of in a calm territory. There's nobody around us.
Calm territory, nobody around you.
What time of day is it?
Okay.
It's mid-afternoon.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna call out to the party. Hold up, lads! And I'm going to pull one rock out of my bag and put it on the ground. I'm gonna pull the other rock out of my bag, and I'm going to slam it down on the first rock and see which one breaks.
Neither of them break on the first slam.
All right. I put them both back in my bag.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
Delmar? Or Delmar.
Belmar. B.
Delmar. The hell are you doing?
In game
checking
now.
Stones. Checking these stones for durability.
For
Why?
what?
For durability, as I said.
That was kind of loud. I don't mind if you hold them, but don't make noise. Whatever.
My apologies. I was not thinking. It won't happen again.
I'm gonna motion ahead. Say that. Out there, they're building a citadel. Looks like
Who's they?
orcs.
Friendly orcs, apparently.
More specifically, the Sons of Grumsh.
You say friendly orcs. Are orcs typically unfriendly?
Orcs are typically
Common,
evil.
right, out of character is common knowledge in the D&D world that orcs are not friendly.
Orcs
Where's
are
the hermit?
typically like the barbarians.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean-
like the raiding, raping, pillaging, leave nothing standing.
Lawrence, in the forest that I've lived for the last 100 years, would I have seen many orcs in that place?
Not many. You've encountered a few.
Okay.
You're
And-
familiar enough with the general temperament.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yes, it's very strange. All right, let's go.
Hold.
I
Let's
want to
hold.
slam rocks together too.
No. I feel like a leader would be in a citadel.
I agree.
Concurred. That's why I say we continue heading that way.
I agree. That's why I made mention of it.
Oh, I must have missed that part. Sorry, guys.
Not at all. To the den of the proverbial beast, I suppose.
So moving on, or
Yep.
Continuing towards the citadel under construction, yes.
all right. Can I get a perception check for everybody?
Oh, what check?
Percent.
Not 20?
That was better. That was much better.
He's 3 and 3.
What in the fuck, Mike?
I don't think he's rolled anything else in the past like 6 checks. It's just been nat 1, nat 20, nat 1, nat 20.
I like this die.
I just have a D20 with 1s and 20s. That's
I
it.
just gotta get you to hang out with Chris, and then you just let him roll with that one too. I'll allow critical fireballs in exchange for natural ones.
All right, you kill all of your enemies and your whole party. Reroll.
And
kill all
you have
of
a
your
unicorn
enemies.
attacking you.
I was gonna say all your enemies and your party, but you're a unicorn, so your party comes back.
Unicorn doesn't res.
Unicorn can do whatever the fuck it wants. Goddamn majestic.
Yeah.
Their blood. Never
Don't,
mind.
Dave.
Go on, Dave. Go on, Dave. Let's hear it. Come on, Dave. What do you got?
Well, I was
Does
going.
Bolos have something for you there?
Dave
I was
going
going-
hard in the Harry Potter.
Yeah, I was going Harry Potter.
I know.
Oh shit! They can go and heal people.
Yeah, they're not gonna
I
res.
would like to say that
He's daving right now. He's reading the monster manual in game.
It's
Nay, sir.
generally frowned upon.
I would like to say though that contrary to Wes, he cracked that book and I didn't hear a fucking peep.
Yeah, about that. All right. Sorry. And I had a natural 20, a 12, 17, and 17 as well.
Yes.
As you crest a hill, you can see, most of you can see, everyone except for Baracus and Badger, can see off to the east what looks to be a small farm being worked by what looks to be humans.
How close to?
You'd say maybe a mile away from the hilltop you're on, and probably a half. If you did like the triangulation, a half mile out of your way.
Being worked by humans.
Are there any what kind of shape is the any buildings in? Does it look like they're poor or decent?
Only because you got a natural 20. Most of them look pretty beaten up. You can see in some of them it looks to have fire damage.
Fire damage. What time of day is it?
Mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Still,
Well, then I'll remain silent and watch the party.
Still humans actively working on it.
Looks like it.
What'd you say, Mike? The tail end of that?
Oh, I'm just gonna remain silent and watch the party, see what they
Okay.
do.
He's feeling you guys out still.
Aloud. What kind of human would still work a farm in the middle of this?
What are you talking about?
I motion off in the distance where the farm is. That farm.
18.
You can spot the farm, though at this distance you can barely tell they're anything more than humanoid.
Are they shackled in any way?
You can't tell.
Cannot tell.
You can't tell from this distance now.
Damn.
Now with a 17, you can.
Either slaves or this Leo fella's doing big things.
Do we stray the path? Check it out.
I feel the best emissary for us would be whomever is in that farm.
Seems like a good plan. Let's go.
Stray the path. Oh, I have a funny feeling that a character from the past is coming up.
I really
Apparently not.
Oh, the wheat farmer.
I was gonna say we've definitely run into wheat farmers before.
Who is the wheat farmer?
That was Ryan's character, the best wheat farmer in the land.
That's right.
Such plants exist in Alimar?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of bonuses and like negative effects does it apply?
You'd have to ask Ryan that. He was the best wheat farmer.
Wheat, not weed.
Wheat.
Oh,
Wheat.
well, you're saying wheat? Oh, my bad. Never mind.
Jesus.
We're recording.
It's like negative effects of weed.
It's a valid
what is wheat?
question, nevertheless.
I was like, this isn't a video game. Wheat does not give you a plus and minus for eating it.
-5 if you have a gluten intolerance.
You didn't know because you've been in the forest. You have gluten intolerance. Sorry, you're allergic. Make a constitution check not to have your throat close up.
You were born with celiacs. You die.
You find a sudden urge to shit everywhere.
Gotta have wheat. There's beer.
Yeah.
Honey mead. There's plenty of ways to make beer without wheat.
I know.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We go to the farm. We go not
To
to
the farm.
Going to the farm.
Ooh. All right. Takes you about 20 minutes to get out there. As you close with the farm, you note that there appears to be more humans than you first had assumed. You can see at least 20 of them shackled under a makeshift shelter to the side, while 3 humans seem to be working the field. You can see a number of orcish totems set up around the farm, though you see no sign of orcs themselves.
So 20 or so shackled, 3 working the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And humans are shackled?
They're all humans, yep.
Okay.
With an active perception, can I discern any more?
Sure. Find out. Maybe
Nat-
not, though.
Nat 20.
That one?
Nat
That
20.
one? You haven't had that one in a while.
I haven't had one tonight. I had one the other day.
Most of them seem to be pretty beaten down and tired. You can see early signs of what looks to be malnutrition.
They're not eating well. Though, being shackled, I'm not surprised by that.
Do you see a leader?
Unfortunately, no. I only see those shackled and those working.
If it's a slave encampment or a concentration camp.
I can't imagine they were left unattended, though.
Either they're guarded from above or viewed, or they have someone who's leading and who the orcs trust to lead and not defy them.
A fitting response.
So we should find the leader.
I suppose in that case, we knock.
You see a larger barn that appears to have closed doors. No other residence appears to have a full roof. Outside of the shelter, which you see the 20 shackled humans standing under.
Any humans near the barn?
No.
Can I see any tracks coming from?
There's footprints all over the place. Without getting closer, actually walking onto the farm, you can't tell.
The barn's got a roof. Might be a good place to start.
All right, let's go to the barn.
So you're walking onto the farm then, or?
Yeah.
All right. The humans give a collective gasp as the party walks onto the farmland. You can hear a number of shrieks quickly cut off from the ones shackled under the covering. As they all seem to huddle even tighter, the 3 in the field immediately drop their plows and drop to the ground, burying their faces in the dirt. And you can hear muffled sobs.
I'm going to break out my rations, divide them into thirds, and give out... How many are there?
23 that you can see.
I got 5 rations to spare, so I'll give 15 out. Anybody want to help me out with this?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand. I I got a bunch of rations. I'll cover the rest of.
Hold up. Better off before you start doing any of this. I have 20 pounds of dried fruit and meat. So I'm just carrying on me.
That is plenty, but do not overfeed starving people or they will die.
I'm assuming that's in character.
Yes.
That is a very Barakish response.
I'm going to, as we approach the shackled, put a finger to pursed lips and pull out the dried fruit and meat and begin passing it out to people.
Most of them seem extremely reluctant at first, though hunger clearly gets the best of them, and hands quickly grasp out and eagerly to grab them.
All right, to feed all of them carefully, how much weight do I drop?
15 pounds?
15 pounds to feed them all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
Barakas.
Thanks, Lank.
I would have said 10. But that's just me reading.
Oh.
No, it's only because I read a book about the Holocaust, and they found.
I've been on the keto diet for months now.
No.
You don't need to make calories.
It was this thing where they found a group of survivors in one of the internment camps, and they overfed them, and it didn't work out so well for them.
Does anybody have the healing skill to do a medical check?
I do.
I do too.
It's nitpicky. I don't care. We can continue on. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
To be fair, based off my knowledge, a half a pound of meat, excluding side dishes, will comfortably feed a person.
Yeah, well, eager hands grab 15 pounds soda from you.
There we go. Let's just leave it at that.
I was just saying.
A number of grasping hands reach out to grab your arm and attempt to and hold out their shackles to you. Please, please.
Where's your leader?
No, you'll kill us. Just let us go, please.
That wasn't the question. Where's the leader?
You see a number of fearful glances towards the barn as they grasp with renewed energy at your arms. You can't just leave us here. You've got to help us.
We will come back for you. Stay vigilant.
Keep working.
At your words, you can see the hope die in all of their eyes, and a number of them drop
Barakas shatters
their
dreams.
feet.
You don't want to draw attention, do you guys? Come on. We'll come back.
Staring off into space, completely giving up all hope.
Okay, so I looked at the barn, so I give a gesture to the party and nod.
You guys are some fucking cold bastards.
I'm gonna say a prayer to Elminar and
Shatters dreams and it's like, bless.
Wait.
Shatters dreams, commits orc genocide,
What race is
Give me a
Quincy again?
wisdom save.
Quentin's half elf.
Okay.
Who? Wisdom?
That
Give me a
one.
wisdom save.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. Going on.
Dave's got too many things involving wisdom checks.
Look how serious he just got. He seriously just lost cleric powers. That's what just happened.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened, and also he's got a hellhound in him, I think, but that's out of character. All right, yeah, barn.
Dave, aren't you like lawful good?
And a priest of Ilmater.
yeah. So I need to like free them, but I want to like understand their situation first.
What sort of defense?
What?
Keep doing what you want to do.
Holy shit.
You know what? I bet Dave could have done a great deal to avoid the Civil War.
Do you see what I deal with, Mike? Do you see what this fucking nonsense is? Dave, you need to roll totally neutral characters all the time because you have no fucking clue how to, like, RP a character that you build. You've almost already lost your cleric abilities once, and then we roll into a group of slaves, and you're like, good luck, guys.
Conversely, I pitch that Dave should roll neutral evil
Or lawful evil.
or lawful evil.
Um,
We have a cleric with no spells, just so you know.
Quentin should be a priest of a bad god. That's all I'm saying.
I'm already calling this right now. He's already lost favor with his god, and now we're fucked.
no, I'm gonna have to like.
You're gonna
Free
have
them.
to. You're gonna have to atone somehow, but it's gonna.
No,
shit
He's
out of
already
the
in
rest of us.
atonement.
No,
He's
I'm gonna,
already in atonement.
I'm gonna have to free them. I just not yet. This is
Right
what's going
on.
on in my hand.
You
in my head.
You delay that underground railroad, Dave.
Alright, well now I know where you live, so when you go to cast a cure on me and the spell fizzles, I burn your house down late at night. I'll get you and Ashley out, and I'll leave that little ankle biter inside.
You don't even have to worry about getting Ashley out. She's in Florida.
She literally bit Chris's ankle.
She did.
I told you, man, little dogs suck. They're awful.
No, she's great. She needs to warm
Yeah,
up
just
to you.
literally bites
Yeah,
ankles.
just
literally
literally.
bites an ankle.
Well, it was a nip because she has like 2 teeth.
It's an ankle biter, is an ankle biter,
Yeah,
is an
she's
ankle
got the
biter.
fucking snaggle too. She sits there like,
Didn't hurt. It was just shocking. I was like, what the fuck?
Dave's dog bit Chris's ankle, literally.
Um,
All right, so what do you think, gents? Shall we?
I
I
think-
already said, nod to the barn.
once we get out of earshot, I'm gonna say we have to come back for them. We need to free them. I just want to make sure that
Excellent cover, Dave.
that we understand the situation first.
We're in dead center of orc territory. Getting away with 20 weakened people is going to be quite the feat. I don't like it as much as you do, but
Point is, we didn't come here to fight.
I mean, like I said, we need to find out their situation and then go from there.
who knows? Maybe they're thieves.
That was a option that passed through my head.
Sure it was. I'm sure it was.
Throwing you under the bus, Dave, then
Also,
giving you a...
also Lauren's throwing you out right in chat, like just pushing you straight in front of the fucking train. So,
Yep.
are we knocking?
I think we should, yeah. I'm gonna go up and knock on the barn door.
Perception check.
From everyone or just him?
Yeah, everyone can. Alright, Quentin, Trayvon, Belmar.
Why isn't it fucking piping?
Probably gonna click on the fucking window. I've had to reselect it.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps making me do it.
Alright, so everyone except for Baracus, you can hear what sounds to be shouts and cheers as you can hear Orcish voices apparently having some kind of a party.
Oh, it's a fucking battle pit. We're walking into the arena, gentlemen.
Lawrence flipped it on us. We thought we were making the arena.
He's like, that's a good idea.
So Quentin, you're knocking?
Yep.
Is that a nope or a yes?
Yep. Yes.
Alright. Give me a... You're fine. With a loud knock, you can hear the sudden shouts cut off. You can hear what sounds to be a grumbling voice coming closer to the door.
I produce the bag and remove the eye from it.
I ready my shield, but don't draw my sword.
I say, common. Do you speak it?
The door kicks open. Quentin, give me a dex check. Natural one.
No. I got a 9.
Dave gets hit by a door.
All right. Failing to get out of the way as the door literally flies open at the end of a booted foot. Quentin, you take 6 points of damage as the wood for the door catches you clearly on the chin. You're also knocked prone into the dirt outside the barn. Inside, you can see clearly what has been a orcish feast. As you can see, two orcs in just loincloths that had previously clearly just been grappling in the middle of a ring. You can see a large number of orcs around them drinking and feasting on. The orc before you has a large red paw print, massive handprint across his face, long tooth sticking from his jaw. A large club sits at his side. I believe you speak Orcish. Quentin's the only one that speaks Orcish, correct?
I don't speak Orcish.
You don't speak Orcish? Why do I have you down speaking Orcish? Does anyone speak Orcish?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, no one speaks Orcish.
Unless Mike does.
No, I don't.
Right on.
All right, that's what you do then. Points his club at Quentin on the ground.
I hold the eye up and say Auroch.
Cast comprehend languages.
As you start to mutter the spell, the orc raises his club up and wide.
Raises his club wide.
His eyes going wide.
I hold up my hand.
Me?
I shake my head no.
Sorry, Chris is the only one who can understand, so gotta change.
That's fine.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna try some broken fucking sign language, and I'm going to say Grosh.
Since it's
His eyes turn back to you, going between Baracus' shaking head and Badger.
I can only comprehend. I can't speak it, right?
Correct.
Translate for me. I got an idea.
Well, he just said you cursed me, and I said no.
Okay, but now I'm saying Grosh, and I'm holding the eye up.
I point to my eye and then point to the other eye and say Auroch. My other eye, the eye in Badger's hand.
This is not how I wanted this to go.
Right?
Wants to know if we know Grosh and if we killed Auroch.
I gesture to myself as an I, and then C, and then I say Auroch, and then I hold the eye, or no, C, Grosh, and then I hold the eye up and say Auroch.
Looks over his shoulder. I can tell Mike's loving my orc.
He just told whoever's in there that we have his eye and we know Grosh.
You now recognize as a massive orc standing well over 6'5", half that in width. It stands up from a makeshift chair. A massive great axe is strapped to his back. As the figure approaches, you realize that his right eye is missing, and a massive scar covers it. This figure also has a large print of a handprint across his face in red paint. He smiles a toothy grin. You kill Orak!
Well, in a manner of speaking.
I grow neckbreaker.
Growl neckbreaker?
Mm-hmm.
I
Orak died.
I kind of like a gesture of kind of subservience. Orak was captured. Sorry, hold on. Orak was captured by the mercenaries. He was being tortured. He asked in his dying breath that we bring right eye. That's what he's missing.
That's what Growl's missing.
Well, that's what I took out, so I'm just making sure. He asked that we bring his right eye to Grosh so that he could die a noble death in battle rather than being tortured and killed in chains.
Orak capture? Orak weak. Ha! And he spits to the side.
He died with weapon in hand.
Orak was not captured. Orak was sent by his father as an emissary to the mercenaries to explain your claim of land.
Orc hold land because Orc strong. You, new servant, you work farm. You feed Orc, man.
Okay, I'm going to make I'm going to make a persuasion check. Do you not serve Grosh? I rolled a nat 20.
Rush war chief, yes.
I have in my hand his son's eye. I wish to bring it to him as requested as a favor of the son of the war chief.
He looks confused for a moment. You Grush slave?
Yes, I am a slave of Grosh, who has brought forth Orak's eye. I need to be returned to Grosh.
I get.
Ooh.
You get cart with cage. Bring warm. Two orcs go running off the back door of the barn. You can hear vicious snapping and howling as two wolf-like creatures come, leading a large cart with a cage on it up to the back end, around to the front end of the barn. The cage looks like it's held many people over the years, and you can see a large spattering of what looks like blood and shit stains around the cart bottom. Grull smiles toothily at you as the cage is opened. You in? We bring Grush. Slave, move!
I look over at the
So-
thing and say, I hope this works.
So we have a problem. Baracus no like cages. That's one of his big no-nos.
Well, luckily for you, one of my big no-nos was going into cities, and I sucked it up. So suck it up, Buttercup.
I was gonna say,
But you have Misty Step. You can always get away.
Dave has a valid point.
And I don't know that,
Getting
so I'm going
dark, you
to.
show discomfort.
Yeah, I was gonna say the rest of us are moving into the cage, right?
Are you?
Yep.
I
Going in
am.
the cage.
I'm not going into the cage.
All right, so I've got Badger and Quentin going into the cage. Trevok, are you going into the cage?
I'm going to move towards the cage, but I will.
Baracus, are you
Take
going
note
towards the
that the other
cage?
two
Belmar, are you standing still, or are you walking towards the cage, or what?
If he's not moving, I want a response.
I'm
Hold on,
looking for.
I'm getting a ruling on what I just typed out for Lawrence, whether he's okay with that or not.
I am noting.
I don't understand
whether
what
they're
that question
moving.
is. If that's a question.
That is a question, but without the question mark and the can I.
Can you type that so that's an actual question? Because I don't understand what you're asking me. I don't know where the can I goes in that sentence. Belmar, are you standing still or are you walking towards it? What are you doing? Mike?
Oh, me?
Belmar,
I'm going to stand by by the cage, watch them all go in, kind of confused, and kind of wait to see what the orcs do when I don't go in.
As I'm walking towards the cage, I'm going to say back to fucking Spine Breaker.
Neckbreaker.
Neck Breaker.
Better. You should call him that. He'll change his name.
Spinebreaker.
Maybe get some brownie points for it.
Spinebreaker. Good point. We'll do next.
So, Baracus, are you going to the cage, John?
White knuckled, I'm going to walk in, and as I'm in there, I start rocking back and forth on my toes and heels.
All right.
Do I notice?
Yeah, everybody can see that.
All right, I'm gonna say, you okay?
Belmar is standing stock still. Not
To
in the cage.
Belmar in Druidic. I'm going to say, it is a leap of faith, but please, leap.
I'm assuming at this point the orcs have well noticed me. They know I'm here.
Well, they know you're there. Their role is looking at you in confusion right for the moment.
Who is looking at me in confusion?
The big one.
Okay.
As I step in, I'll say in Dwarven, kind of hushed to Belmar. Let's go, mate. Keep up the act.
I mean, you might get to re-roll right here. Depends on what you do.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, with a great reluctance, I'm going to get in the cage. I'm going to look at both Badger and Trevart and say, I first in Dwarven, then in Druidic. I hope you know what you're talking about.
No idea. This is the fun part.
Girl gives us a toothy nod. Good slave! Bring beer for a slave! And a big bucket full of greasy smelling ale is placed in the center of the cage with you. And then it is closed and locked.
See? Can't be all bad. They brought us beer.
Girl gives a toothy grin and then slaps one of the wargs on the ass. And the two wargs take off, dragging the cart at a bumping pace towards the citadel. And one orc sits on the front of the cart, apparently doing no more than holding onto the reins of the wargs, not trying to guide or slow or direct them at all.
Okay, in Druidic, to Belmar, as we're riding. Sometime back, the son of Grosh, which is their war chief, his son's name was Orok, was sent as an emissary to the mercenaries to lay stake on their claim of land, saying that the war that was being waged between mercenaries and orcs was unright due to the fact that this Leo of the North had promised orcs land. We come bearing the eye of Orok, which he asked us to do in fair trial by combat, as is expected by orcs. So we gave him a blade and killed him, and he asked us that we take his eye, remove it, so that he can take place in the battle, like the war grounds of the afterlife, and what is believed in the sons of in the eye of Grumsh. I hold his eye as a peacekeep in hopings that in having a conversation with Grosh, we can understand further who this King Leo is, why he gave orcs claim to the land, and in hopes bringing possibly Leo and this massive army of orcs on our side to overrun the Iron Steps. The Iron Steps are currently being ruled by vampires. This is
Alright.
where we are. This is what you have missed. This is why I asked for a leap of faith. And I understand, like, Lawrence, if you want to break this up so that he doesn't get it all, if you want to do like a druid. Okay. My thought process is that as we, and
You can do it in any language and get others to join in if you want as well, but your call.
no, I'm trying to say in Druidic because it sounds like whispers of the wind and blah 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 blah, and that's why I'm trying to bring him up to speed without the orc taking note. That's why I'm doing Druidic. So,
All right, you can all see Caracas rocking back and forth. He seems to be whistling and white knuckling and looking around furtively.
I look from Baracus to Badger, and in Druidic, I say, I hope you're right. I hope that this token or this gesture of generosity you give him is more than enough to make him forget about the 5 new slaves he's apparently just acquired. Because we all just entered this wagon and the pretense that we were slaves. We did not correct him.
is again in Druidic, it is difficult bartering or making sense with orcs. My hope is that this eye is a token of good faith.
I'm going to.
Understand that. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Sorry.
Understand that orcs are strong believers in tradition and superstition. So, bringing this eye to the father is a gesture that we allowed his son to grace Grumsh in the afterlife, and I only hope that it will carry its weight.
In Dwarven, it better hold its weight. And yes, I can understand that right now.
Oh, yeah.
I comprehend languages.
I'm fucking losing it.
I'm going to go up to Baracus and I'm just going to start asking him magic questions as an Eldritch Knight. Just like, so how much can a mage hand lift? What's how much would an acid bolt melt? Could it melt through a steel door? Could it melt just the lock? And I'm just going to start picking his brain on that and trying to sidetrack him from where he is.
I roll
Give a
a
wisdom check to see if it helps.
You want me to roll a wisdom or him?
Him.
6.
Not helping much.
I then roll
Note that
a.
your attempt to distract him does not help. You roll a.
I roll a 23 intimidation. Leave me alone.
Have I seen him use Misty Step?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that in Dorman back to him. Can't you just mist your way out of here? And my counter to his intimidation, yeah, that's not good. 9.
All right. As you attempt to say that Misty Step bit, you develop a brief stutter, and you really don't like the aura that he's giving off. You feel almost as if there's some kind of dark energy building under his skin that's really putting you off and giving you a little bit of a scare.
I'll walk away from him. Fine, fine. No, you can turn into mist, but whatever.
I keep whistling.
All right, while we're on the ride, I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
I really wish I had rolled well on that counter intimidation.
I really wish Chris would be more nice to me. He's
Oh,
being
yeah,
really
I'll-
nice, but I wish he'd be nicer. I want to see something happen.
I thought it would be funny for him to be like, "Oh yeah, I can just mist out of this," and like snap out of his like fear of cages or whatever.
Yeah, in the middle of orc territory, and then leave you guys behind. Aces.
Brackus is out. Peace. Misty steps. The cart goes on. Brackus is left behind.
He was afraid of the cart. He wasn't afraid of being in orc territory. We just snuck through 9 million fucking yards
I'm
of
just
goddamn
saying.
battlefield.
Brackus would be doing a solo campaign at that point.
That's
You guys would
fine.
be out.
But I'm just saying,
You guys would be
he
gone.
didn't have a fear of being alone or being in orc territory. He had a fear of being in a fucking cage. I was trying to solve one problem.
I know. I just think it would be funny if you convinced him and he misty stepped, and then the cart went on, left him behind, and
And then he hates me. And he could be like, that fucking dwarf, and he chases after the cart to get vengeance. Yeah, that could have been a thing.
that'd be risky. That doesn't sound like something Brackus would do. He might fireball the cart in the hopes of stopping it and saving you.
That's mostly true. Yeah.
All right. Where's Ryan?
He had to buy him.
I'm gonna drink
All
some
right.
beer.
Don't go anywhere. Hold on.
No, I think Dave's saying in game.
The ogre beer.
He's gonna drink the orc beer.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do I see him going for the beer?
You do.
All right, I'm going to kind of stop him before he gets there and say, hold on. And I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
I'm just gonna smell the beer and be like, nah. I don't know what you elves drink. It's gotta be better than this.
I've had some shit ale in my day.
Yeah, the Elven Ale's pretty piss poor. But this is worse.
All right. You cast it, and well, it kind of tingles on your senses as if it could be considered a poison. You realize that it is, in fact, simply a rancid form of alcohol.
For the record, Mike hasn't taught me shit yet.
Well, you just talked to him in Druidic, didn't you? He's helping you practice, so he's teaching you.
Fuck you, Lord. That's what I'm waiting for.
Nope. I take it back. I approve that.
All right, well, I tell Quentin that while it seems to be of piss poor quality, it seems to be relatively safe to drink.
Depending on individual constitution.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, you're a dwarf, he's a half elf, so we're going to see how this goes.
Okay.
All right, Quentin. you drinking from the bucket directly? You cupping it up and sipping it?
Cupping it up and sipping it.
You're drinking this beer?
Drinking the orc ale.
I protest every step of the way. Like, our dwarven friend is right. I don't know what your elven beer is piss poor, but do not do this to yourself. Orc beer
Quentin,
is beyond.
Give me a Constitution check.
No. I'm gonna kick the bucket over as he bends over. Stay sharp.
Give me another check there, Chris.
This is going savage.
All right, Quentin, you trying to save the bucket or no?
No,
You can make a check to save the bucket if you'd like.
I don't care that much. I was just trying to pass the time,
That would have passed the time.
go along for the ride.
All right, the bucket pours out, and you hear a shout from the orc in front of the cart.
Ooh.
I still have comprehend
I
languages.
know, I'm typing.
Oh, okay.
It was Baracus that kicked it over, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give him like a disappointed, surprised look like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna give him an approving nod.
The dwarves disagree over orcish ale. Fascinating. We also have the very two extremes of dwarves. One from the forest dwarf and one a city dwarf. Fascinating.
I'm gonna do this and shrug. I'm trying to like hand signal. It looks like waves, but bumps. I lost my footing.
All right, give me another roll there, Chris.
5.
All right. The orc's clearly disgruntled and upset about the loss of the beer, but doesn't say or do anything further. The wargs are clearly covering ground at quite the hefty pace as they pull the cart in a very roughshod fashion. Definitely not the most comfortable or luxurious ride any of you have ever had. All right. As you get closer, you note the number of orcish totems appears to multiply significantly, and you can see some of them have actual banners with various shapes on them leading up. All told, you spot a unique number of at least 50 different banners.
What is the purpose?
50?
50.
What is the purpose of orcish totems?
No, because they're all.
Well, if any of you speak Orcish or have Orcish background or have any Orc knowledge, you're welcome to make a check.
I'd have to make a general knowledge check.
Well, we also know. No, we also know what's going on.
So these are 50 different, like 50 individual symbols.
Yeah,
No,
you know,
'cause-
50 unique banners.
Holy shit.
Okay, out of character to the party, we know that King Leo has promised land to orcs, and we understood that all of these orcs were being brought under like one umbrella, which is
So
Rosh,
okay, so it's all the orc tribes.
coming together under
Gotcha.
Garage based off of King Leo.
So all together under the Sons of Grumsh. Right on.
I mean, that's my understanding of it, is like they were promised land to go settle by Leo. So you have all these broken bands, because we were also told in further sessions or in later sessions that they had never seen anything like this, where so because they didn't believe in it and what they were doing, but for the most part, all of these tribes were coming together under one orcish name.
That makes sense. That's why I was asking, or at least trying to ask out of character. I just didn't have a concept of orc totems. So that makes sense. Thank you for clarifying.
Am I right, Lawrence? I'm right in assuming that, right? Based off of what we know.
Based off of what you know, that sounds plausible.
Okay.
Just so I know, what's the general view of orcs? I know most people don't like orcs. Is
Most-
it
Think of
like-
them as like the Vikings for everybody that wasn't a Viking.
all right?
That's,
So
that's
even,
pretty much the perspective that most people have of them.
well, pretty much, are they viewed as kind of an unnatural thing? I'm not sure of their origin. I've heard different stories where they may.
So it's not
used to be
Warcrackers. They're
elves.
from a different plane. There's
Mhm.
something natural in the world, and they're
Natural in
sentient.
the
They're
world.
just stupid and brutish typically, and they're considered very. They're known for
Like your textbook
raiding
definition of
bands, attacking,
savages.
pillaging, raiding.
So a druid that worships, natural sides of life.
You're not going to have a problem with
necessarily-
them because of their nature, because of what they are. You
Yeah.
may have a problem with them because they may deforest an area for their own gains,
Okay.
or because they are killing druids because of something or other,
'Cause they're one of
but
the
not
trees.
because of them being an orc.
Yeah, they're one of the races. They already exist. There's nothing unnatural about them. They're just another race on this world.
After about an hour of trundling in the cart, you find yourselves finally pulling up to what looks to be an immense wall. It seems to have been constructed with various materials. Several very large bones frame the gateway. The walls themselves appear to be constructed with very log, stone, bone, whatever seemed to have been at hand to construct a wall about 12 feet tall, encircling what looks to be a large,
Because you fucking play up your side. Like, you
a
were
large
like,
citadel that you were seeing approaching.
and I turned, and
You
you
can
literally
see
have
a number
the
of
face
orcs
that goes
pacing the
along with
wall,
making that noise.
hefting massive spears, and some with bows. As
Should
you
be okay.
approach, the orc on the cart shouts something above, and the orcs above
Okay.
seem to get into an argument with him for a little bit before the gates are rolled open and the cart
Like, I
trundles
literally
into the
turned back,
citadel.
and you were rolling
We're
your
gonna end
eyes
this
as you were
session
like, "Arrgh." Like, that's how hard you were. I missed that last part.
We're done.
What were you going to say? What do you want to do?
Alright, I wanted to, as this was happening, I wanted to hand Baracus the eye and basically, say to him, Oric, son of Grosh, clan brother of the sons of Grumsh, servant of the hands, under servant of the High King Grillock, or High Hand Grillock. You're better at this than I am. Basically, take reins in diplomacy.
Baracus, do you accept that or not?
Fuck.
Need a decision.
We'll have to see about this cage and rock it back and forth. And we'll leave it on a cliffhanger. I'll decide for next week.
All right.
You're such a
I'm okay
twat.
with that. All right, yeah, we're going to end there. Hope everybody had some fun. No combat for you, Mike. Sorry.
You'll get there.
Had a few opportunities that didn't go combat. They could have.
There were a couple of times I almost forced it to combat, but I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah, this is D&D. Sometimes it's combat heavy. Sometimes there's no combat at all. And you can
on
still cover
occasion, we
3 or
spend
4 hours
the
of play.
entire 4 hours buying shit in town.
Well, we try to avoid that. But
We do try to avoid that.
every now and then Dave pulls a Dave or something.
It is better without Wes.
And then someone's like, "Oh, we have all this stuff that we were supposed to sell next time we're in town, and we're just about to go out again. So I want to go sell this now." They're like, oh, okay, well, it's already been 2 hours. You really want to do that?
I'll be in Discord if you guys want to do Warcraft, but I need to let the dog out. I'll be back in 10 minutes if you guys are still here.
You don't want your EXP?
Ah, shit. Yes, I do, please.
Also, Canada, there is an invasion up, so I will be warcrafting.
Okay, I just gotta let the dog out and put some bacon in the oven.
And
Everyone's at 750.
who let the dogs out?
7. Fuck off, Dave. You suck so much.
He was
How
impressed
much?
with Adam so much he wanted to do it too. 750.
750.
What did we get last week? I was in RI and didn't have my notes.
You get 0.
You got 3,500.
Thank you.
So would I still just be at like just freshly level
The
7?
minimum experience for level 7, and then you have to add that on top of it.
Okay.
Plus 850. 750.
Hooray! Still not level 7. I'll get there.
How much do you need?
I needed
He's
3.
almost a level behind all of us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
needed 3,000 before tonight. You gave 3,500 last
Oh, wow.
session.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, can't help you again.
I didn't
I
expect
don't mind
that.
pushing you a little bit, but not pushing you a couple grand.
I didn't expect you to. I'll get there at some point. They'll probably be level 8. It's fine.
Oh, that whole cart ride, you were all so close to death. It was so great.
I was hoping. I wanted it so bad.
I was
you
wrong.
rolling wild magic checks for me.
What's that cart made of, by the way?
It's iron and wood. But yeah, he was rolling wild magic checks that whole time.
Because I'm losing it.
I was hoping. Could have been fantastic. Fireball centered on himself. Boom! Everyone dies.
Yeah, except it's Chris. So it would have been like, all right, he rolls a 1, but then you roll, and it's like, all right, you turn into a fucking Sasquatch.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, but
Who knows what fun stuff could have happened?
Hey,
He could have summoned a unicorn in the cage with you, and then would have gone crazy, could have thrown orcs and killed everyone that way.
I'm just saying, maybe Sam Squanch isn't as hostile as we think it is.
Maybe he turned into a potted plant, and the plant got jostled and shattered in the cage, and all of a sudden Baracus is dead because none of you fought the plant.
So,
Wild
Mike,
magic's the best.
what we're talking about?
Well, I've heard a couple of the wild magic things. I saw when Baracus